Hello, welcome back to MIRRORMOURN. If things look different and sound different, it's because they are different. I'm running OBS now, and please be patient and kind and gentle with me because if you thought I had a lot to juggle before, it's a whole nother level now. But we're here, and I'm glad to be here, and I hope the new presentation is pleasing to you all, and I'm particularly glad to have music and ambience playing. That's a nice enhancement. Okay, why don't you guys do your quick introductions, and I'm eager to get back into the dungeon. I just realized I have everybody's images in the wrong place. I knew I was forgetting something. Yep. Sorry. Okay. Okay, Walykos, Vapor. There we go. Yes, in the land of MIRRORMOURN, everything is alphabetically backwards. Okay. I knew I was forgetting something. I'm going to be forgetting stuff. I'm going to be screwing stuff up. So please just tell me if something looks or sounds bizarre.
MIRRORMOURN, where the alphabet is backwards. I, Adam, playing Aygir, the armorer, artificer, and last. I'm also a hobgoblin.
Someone's saying that there's no sound.
Okay, there should be player audio now. Yeah, there's player audio now. Okay, I'm sorry. Could you guys do your character introductions once more?
No, Esper. Only once per time.
Bear with me, please.
I'm gonna ask for twice the money that you pay me, Esper. Twice nothing. So let's see. I am Warsor. I play Walykos, the level 6 Swarmkeeper Ranger half-elf.
I am Vince, and I'm playing Vapor, the Wild Magic Sorcerer.
I am Nick, playing Adriel Mantevel, the level 6 swashbuckling rogue, who's not really a pirate, but doesn't matter.
And for an additional time in the mirrored land of MIRRORMOURN, where the alphabet is backwards, I, Adam, playing Aygir, the armorer, artificer, and last. He is a hobgoblin, and like everybody else, is level 6.
If only your race started with an A. An Ara Kokra, maybe. Okay,
Asamar, yeah.
So yeah, Asamar. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to be fumbling stuff, and as I say that, I have people's images in the wrong boxes and no player audio.
We had
I am
Esper,
Esper,
at one point.
your game master, who wishes he had an assistant now. And let's go into the dungeon. Let's go back. You all have been in the Gauntlet. You have been fighting your way through a number of corridors and chambers, following in the footsteps of the Thraits of old. Thraits being the dwarven slaves that were kept by the giants that once ruled this island nation that is now called Haven Isle, originally called Eaberg. This dungeon is underneath what is nowadays called the Crumble, which is a highly damaged, massive section of giant castle. So you're a couple levels underground at this point. You've encountered some dangers, and you're actually encountering some more. We paused on basically a cliffhanger. This is actually a secret door right here. You guys got this to open up. Let me put a little.
Guess I should look at
a little indication here. There
Is
we
that
go.
on the Discord I should be looking?
There we go. Yes, if
Yeah,
you
yeah,
guys
so
will
the
look
map's
on
on the
Discord, you'll see the map.
Got it.
Okay.
It.
And then everybody watching live should be seeing it too. Yep, looks
Yeah.
good. So you all have rounded this new corridor. You are moving about carefully as you go, as you've encountered all kinds of dangers, a lot of traps, and also some construct monsters, also some summoned monsters. And as you round this new bend, I think it's Walykos and Adriel that are in front. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Why don't you two both make perception checks?
Perception.
And if it matters, I'd be going stealthily as well.
Okay.
Yes, same here. We're both decently stealthy.
Okay, so maybe like
Bear with me
You
a
won't
moment while
hug
I
into the wall.
Perception check.
Yep. Go ahead, you
All right.
two.
just get
That
everything
will be
kind of.
a fantastic way to start with the new stream and new layout. I got a natural 1, so that
I was
is a
wondering
7.
where you were going with that. Well, I'll make up for it for you. I rolled a 15 on the die, 26.
There we go.
Yeah.
It all evens out.
Adriel is continuing along slowly, and Walykos, you might grab him or tap him, give him some kind of sign
Yeah.
that you have heard something ahead, and it is a familiar sound. It is the sound of skittering mechanical legs. It's not incredibly loud, but it's loud enough that you heard it, Walykos. So, why don't the two of you that were hiding make your stealth checks?
So that would be me and Walykos as well, right? We were being stealthy also.
Yeah.
Yeah. Adriel and Walykos.
Let's not get a natural 1 this time. Ah, that's better. 29 for me.
29. Okay, good.
A 9 for me,
Okay.
unfortunately.
That's better, he says, rolling
Also,
what I imagine is just about the best possible.
oh, yeah. Also, Esper, just a quick question. In terms of like if we need to do initiative and stuff, would it be better for us to type our initiatives in the Discord chat?
No, we'll just
For you?
keep running it like we always have been.
Okay.
We just tell it to him. He's got too many things to go looking in chats.
Yeah, as long
Fair
as you
enough.
guys just kind of tell me from highest to lowest, I have a system and it goes fast.
We just
Walykos,
put it in
you-
the chat for ourselves. But
Oh,
yeah.
that's
Wally-
right. Yeah. You're right.
Yeah, that's helpful for you guys to be able to call it out to me. Walykos, you have also noticed here a
One of those heads.
nestled into the wall, one of these fire-spitting heads.
Everyone back around the corner.
All right, so why don't you all roll for initiative, and then
Yep.
Adriel's going to have a surprise turn that he can take.
Sorry, I missed. We're putting initiative in chat.
Yeah. Let's
You're-
have
he's
everyone.
gonna-
let's have
gonna
all the
ask-
games. Let's have all the game. All the players put the initiative in the Zoom chat, and then I can read them off. I guess. Then I'll just let Esper know from top to bottom.
Okay, that sounds like good. Who's highest?
I'm just waiting for Vapor's initiative.
Yeah.
All right, so we have Vapor at 21, and then
What's Vapor's
we have-
dexterity?
I don't know.
Give me 1 second.
Here I was going to say
13.
that we all did well.
Yep.
Okay.
So So Vapor at 21, and then Aygir at 20. Then we have me, Adriel, at 17, and Walykos at 15.
Perfect. Adriel, you are slinking along quietly and stealthily, hugging to the wall and whatever bits of shadow you can find. The illumination in here overall is pretty good, but you can act. Something is about to happen. Walykos has alerted you to danger. What do you do?
Go back around the corner.
Okay.
I've seen this. I know about this dungeon. It's like, nah. When Walykos says something like that, get out of that corridor.
All right. Do you have an action?
I'll just take the dodge action for now. Don't think I.
Vapor, you can act. You're first.
Okay. So I think Vapor would move up to see what's going on. Let's see why he had someone go backwards.
Vapor, you take a step forward, just moving 5 feet. You can see some of the ways down, but the walls are blocking off part of your view. Looks like a decently big area ahead. And as Walykos pointed out, there's a fire-spitting head right there affixed to the wall.
I need to be within 60 feet of it, I think. Launch any spell.
How's the volume on the music, guys?
Seems fine to me. I don't know.
Okay,
Cool.
cool.
Fine.
Yeah, it sounds good on here. No idea.
Yeah,
how
I
it is
can
on
hear it.
YouTube.
I was listening to my own, but I forgot you put
How's
your
it to
own
the
on.
audience?
Yeah, everyone who's watching the stream live, how's the volume on the battle music? Vapor, what do you got?
I think I'm out of range for a Stormbolt. So I think I'm going to have to move forward.
I say get out of the way, and what do?
It's 90 feet. 90 feet to the statue. If you want a Stormbolt, you're going to have to basically move your full speed ahead now.
Yeah. Let me check one last thing. I did long rest, so I could double check shatter. No, that's still 60 feet. Yeah, he'll just just take the move forward 5 feet and take the dodge action.
Vapor is being careful, enters a defensive stance. Aygir, your turn.
Alright. So it's how far ahead of us again?
Oh, about 90 to 100 from where you're at.
Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to actually offend it from this distance. So. And there's nothing that we had that we could use to push ahead of us. This is like the dragon one earlier, or this is like the giant ones we fought way back?
Giant ones we fought way back.
Okay,
We've
so
encountered a
You
similar
also encountered one in a chamber in
Yeah.
this
Alright.
same gauntlet.
Well,
it's
this
a head that spits out fire, kind of as like a firebolt.
That's right. This might not be the most advisable thing, but Aygir is going to dash in its direction.
I love how Walykos like everyone get back, and Adriel's the only one who goes back. Everyone else is
Look,
like
but
no.
So the big dragon one, that was really, really bad. That could have
You
killed
assume
anyone
that
of
you
us
know
pretty easily.
everything until the
Oh.
giant thing with the tong printers is about to jump your ass.
We'll see. We'll see.
Okay, is your speed 30 feet, Aygir?
No, actually, I'm in the
They'll learn to
infiltrator
listen to me
armor
next
model.
time.
I'm using the infiltrator armor model, so my speed is.
You did mention they
35.
changed over to the infiltrator last
Yeah.
session. Yep.
Okay, there was a lot of people talking. What's your speed?
35, so
35.
70 is a dash. Yeah.
Okay. You get there, Aygir. I'm going to give you a free perception check. What do you come up with?
Sorry, I have my own bunch of windows now. Yeah, that's a 19 actually. Been
19?
rolling pretty well my first two rolls so far.
You did not notice the foe.
Okay.
You enter into your dash. You get here. Two things happen. First of all, there's a distinct click sound, something that you've triggered. A cone of flame erupts from the wall. It's going like down the hallway like that, about 20 feet. Luckily, your allies are not close behind you. Additionally, there was a creature waiting. Here.
I'm getting flashbacks from another world.
From another land of dreams and nightmares.
Oh, really? Here on the wall is a clockwork spider creature. It shows a bit of tarnish, a bit of oxidization, as most of the constructs in here have, but not bad. It's certainly in good working condition. And as the gout of flame erupts, the thing had a ready to action, and it spits something at you. I think this is an attack. Oh gosh, I have so many freaking things to... There it is. Okay.
Is the spider? I mean, is it like coming out from like a burrow, or is it like was it like on
Nope.
the wall?
It's just clinging to the wall.
Okay.
It spits a alchemical substance at you, Aygir. Oh, I'm rolling hot. This spider has rolled 2 nat 19s in a row. That's 24 to hit. I guess it had advantage. It could critical you. Yep. Okay.
Well, yeah, that does hit. His armor class is good, but not that good.
You are coated in the alchemical substance, Aygir.
Nobody listens to Walykos.
I listened to Walykos. Adriel
You did listen to Walykos, and that's why you'll live through this.
It burns.
This is why we're friends, because we listen to each other.
Aygir, you're restrained and it burns. You suffer 5 acid damage.
That's not too bad.
No, until
And the cone of
skull
fire.
goes. Yeah.
Make a dexterity saving throw. You have disadvantage for being restrained.
Well, hate to break it to you, but I just rolled double 17s, so that's a 19 I have on that.
You succeed for half damage. 16 reduces to 8.
Ouch. Okay. Well,
fire.
It was, fortuitous time to have rolled that then.
You have any movement left to maybe...
He's
get
restrained.
out? Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Sorry, how much damage was it again?
Wait, is he restrained by webbing? Because the fire would burn that away.
It's some kind of alchemical substance.
Okay.
Right.
Just wanted to make sure the fire didn't destroy it.
They seem
How much damage
they
was
seem
it again?
designed to function together.
Understood.
Do you have a bonus action of any kind?
Let's see. Yeah, I hadn't thought I'd necessarily be needing to think about that, but well, not obviously right now, so we'll just pass on to whoever's next.
Who is next?
You hear the sound of additional legs and claws skittering.
Leo, I'm next, right?
Next after this monster.
I believe it's me, right? Can you guys
Next
hear me?
after this
Hello?
monster.
Yeah. After the monster.
Oh, sorry. Oh,
Yeah.
One of the biomechanical crab things appears. It reaches out with claws, pincer-like claws. Attacks with advantage.
Not to interrupt, but I just do want to remind you and everybody that I did actually only take 4 fire damage from that on account of my armor, which does give me fire resistance.
Excellent.
Oh, nice.
All right. So not bad at all.
Thanks to what Connor Spindle and Aygir cooked up back in the
Yes.
tower.
You've all,
Yes.
so you actually haven't taken too much damage here. You're just kind of like in a bad situation.
Well, let's let
21
it
to hit.
finish its turn.
21 to hit, Aygir.
Yeah.
That's the first claw. Second claw. 15 to hit.
Nope.
One of the claws grabs you. It squeezes for 10 bludgeoning. It grapples you. And it has these bizarre chin tendrils that are clutching a prod, some electrode, and it jabs it right at you.
Esper, I don't think you've ever landed this successfully, and you've always wanted to.
Natural 20.
Thank you.
Yeah,
that-
gotta have it, Walykos.
Thank you for reminding me of that.
Yes, I just wanted to point that out at this moment.
14 to hit. That does not do it. You.
Is that with advantage?
It is.
Okay.
Aygir, you twist and turn him. I imagine you do whatever defensive maneuvers you can manage being restrained, and you thwart aside the shocking probe. And we still have yet to see what it does.
So just a heads up. So he's grappled in webbing and taking damage from these creatures, right?
Restrained, not grappled. I mean,
He's
same
not grappled.
idea, but it's not. Yeah.
Although
Gotcha.
when he grabbed him with the claw, is that a grapple?
Yes.
Considered?
Yes.
Okay, so
Aygir
you
is
are
res-
grappled.
Okay.
Aygir is restrained and taking ongoing acid damage from the alchemical
Okay.
substance, and he is grappled by the
Those
biomechanical crab.
stack?
Mhm.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
Well,
So
I
you
you've
figured out
got
what
substance
was,
on you, and it's grabbing you.
I figured out what was out there.
Yeah, no, I knew that there was something there. That's why I said,
You have certainly made a
back.
discovery. You've made quite a discovery,
This
Adriel.
is
Aygir.
his flaw in action here. I know exactly what you, the player, are saying, but
well,
No, it wasn't even the player. It was the character.
I will do the
Well,
best
both.
that I can to try to save you. I can
Adriel.
make no promises.
Adriel.
Adriel,
will-
we're gonna focus in on you now, Adriel. What are you doing?
All right. Well, he's going to sort of like scoff and kind of just like look to Walykos and say, "Why does Aygir never listen?" And then I'll walk out and I will get my bow ready, and I will. Unfortunately, I can't get the steady aim, but I can still potentially get a sneak attack here.
You've
And
moved
I
10
will
feet.
Yep, and then I will fire my bow. Actually, I guess before I go out, if it matters, I'll bonus action stealth to try and get an advantage on it, if that's doable.
Go for it.
Not very good. Only a 13. Yeah, I rolled a 2, sadly.
You succeed. It didn't notice you.
I love having expertise. So good. And I will get my advantage with my short bow. Good thing I had advantage. 24 to hit.
A most certain, true, and precise shot.
Woo! Oh, I love sneak attack. I got 2 6s on it. That is 14 sneak attack damage and 6 damage for my bow, so 20 damage on it altogether. And say, why do we always have to get you out of this, Aygir? And then shoot the thing.
Adriel, your arrow drives into part of the carapace of the biomechanical crab, and you see some sparks spray out. You just caused a lot of damage. That thing looks very damaged now.
All right, and then I will go back around the corner.
Oh, well, actually, I'm sorry. I've described that incorrectly. I was looking at the other creature's hit points.
Oh,
Oops. But it still was a noteworthy amount of damage. It was a good hit.
yeah. All right, I will go back around the corner now.
Okay.
I won't go
backtrack.
that not that far. Just yeah, just where like I'm just out of line of sight of it, basically. Yeah. I'm good. I'm done.
Walykos, it's on to you now.
I so hate that I have to waste my turn saving Aygir, but I think he's gonna die if I don't. How far is he from Walykos at this very second? Within 30
35
feet? Okay, so I would need to move 5 feet forward. No, it'd still leave me with plenty of 30 feet more movement when I'm done. I'm gonna Thorn Whip Aygir to pull him out of the grapple, and ideally, back into the hallway, out of, range of whatever the spider thing is that we saw. Something spitted acid, or something at him. So, I'm just gonna make an attack against him and
Okay.
hope I don't do a lot of damage.
You have advantage.
Well, I'll roll again with advantage just because, but yeah, I super hit him unless your AC is like 26.
it's good. It's not that good.
Yeah. Is there any way for me to do minimal damage, or do I have to roll damage still? I assume. Esper.
Roll the damage.
Yeah.
He can take the hit for what it's worth.
5 damage of piercing, I believe, for Thorn Whip.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, piercing damage. And you get pulled first 10 feet. That's automatic towards me. And then I'm going to use a feature. I need you to make a strength saving throw. which you could choose to fail if you want, and then I get to move you 15 feet.
Yeah, obviously I'll voluntarily fail.
Fair enough. 15 more feet, Esper. Yep. So, I don't know if that breaks the restrained. Probably not,
Hold on.
because that's part of a
Wait, you're moving me how far?
15 feet.
If I made my strength save, you would move me how far?
No feet.
Okay, then never mind. Had a thing I was going to do if I was in the same general vicinity, but since I'm already moved, then yeah. Never mind.
Basically, a whip of feathers shoots out from Walykos' cloak, wraps around you, and yanks you like 25 feet back towards him, which breaks the grapple. Doesn't break the restrained condition because that's a ability that has to be
Right.
removed off you somehow.
But when I get there, though, I say, "Wait, live and learn." Am I right?
Get around the corner, you fool, and I move around the corner myself. So yeah, I have 30 feet of movement left, so just get me there. Yeah, that's fine.
Walykos, using a magical whip, pulls Aygir free from the clutches of the crab claw.
I will use a bonus action to imbue my shillelagh. Because why not?
Very well.
It's a cantrip.
The head affixed to the wall spits fire. It's targeting Aygir. You get half cover from the crab monster. A fiery, burning illumination builds in the eyes and the open mouth of the stony head. A bolt of flame streaks towards you. It misses. The flame douses upon the stone of the corridor. The clockwork spider moves. It's climbing along the wall. And it fires a spray of the same substance at Vapor. Uh, 22 to hit.
Hold on, hold on, let me check something real quick.
I can see if you could shield it or something.
Okay, yeah. So I'm going to be hit.
Vapor, you as well are covered in the sticky substance, and it burns you.
Is that acid damage?
It is 2 acid damage. Or in your case,
that's 4.
3.
Yeah,
Oops.
because of
His is
3.
only 50%, yeah.
Yeah, my house rule
Okay.
for vulnerability is an additional 50%, not double.
Okay, so that's... Alright. Okay.
The creature, the spider creature, it's up there a bit. You know, it's maybe some 10 feet off the ground or so. It's up near the ceiling. It's got some cover from the wall, but you can see it. What do you do, Vapor? How do you respond?
Well, I'm gonna see if I can drop 2 of these things at once with a nice lightning bolt straight down the center, hitting the spider crab thingy and the spitting head of flame.
Shouldn't it hit everything? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, actually, yeah, it should hit everything.
If you angle
Yeah.
it.
So-
You shoot the lightning bolt. I imagine it's blasting like the lower portion of the spider on the
Catches-
wall, and
Catches
yeah,
it, yeah.
yeah, maybe like the upper half and the upper half of this one. Roll your damage.
All right. .28 points of damage. of lightning damage, to be specific.
The clockwork spider has a failed deck save. Lightning ripples throughout it. And it just falls off the wall. Falls to the ground, sparking. It's destroyed. The biomechanical crab also fails. Suffers 28, and a tremendous spray of sparks rains off of it. Part of the carapace is just ruined. It begins to hobble along. It's smoking. It looks like it's about ready to collapse. The trap. I'm deciding between it either just takes the damage because it's an object, it can't make a deck save, or maybe it doesn't. Or should it even be affected? Lightning bolt does just say creatures, but it seems to me that that would be something that could harm objects as well. It's an intense bolt of magical lightning. That makes sense to me that it would harm objects. Yeah, why not? 28? Sure.
Yep.
That severely damaged the fire spitter. Well done, Vapor. Though, I say well done. At the beginning of your turn, you took acid damage. 2, which turns to 3 for you.
Okay. Not
And
great.
check for Wild Magic Search.
Yep, give me 1 second. I'm doing my damage. Nope, no Wild Magic Surge. But almost had it.
Aygir, at the beginning of your turn, you take 3 acid damage.
All
What do
right,
you do?
and so then one of these has been disabled or destroyed.
The clockwork spider has been destroyed, and the crab and the fire spitter trap have been severely damaged.
So to break out of being restrained, what do I need to do? Is it
You
just a
spend
matter
an
of
action.
like a
You
strength
spend
check?
yeah, you spend an action as a strength check, just a straight
All right.
strength check.
It's a good thing I keep rolling pretty well. It's a 14.
That is a success.
Okay.
You burst free of the sticky bonds and scrape the stuff off of you.
Then I will run around the corner.
Well, I see you decided to join us where, you know, it's safe.
Eh, seventh turn, am I right?
Okay, let's keep this moving along here. We're now looking at
One of the
crab
monsters,
creature.
I think, right?
Yep, the crab creature. It approaches. Ooh, let me see what kind of speed this thing has. 40, okay. Gets you. Vapor. It comes at you. One might say for vengeance, though it just has a immoving, expressionless face with strange, bubble-like eyes. Maybe they're made of some kind of glass or some kind of translucent organic membrane. It attacks with its first claw. Comes up with an 18 to hit.
Yeah, it's gonna hit.
Second claw is a 19.
That'll definitely hit.
Let's roll those. 16 bludgeoning total, and you're grabbed by it. And it juts its probe, its shocking probe, straight for your midsection, truly trying to give you a taste of your own medicine. Let's see if you can manage to wrestle it out of the way. 15 to hit.
Nope, shield.
Once again, the crab is denied its shock.
And I will need to roll for magic surge. Wild magic surge, like last time with this.
Oh god! Please don't blow us up.
I mean, it could be completely trivial, or it could be something actually meaningful.
Okay.
D100.
Oh my god, I got the freaking height thing again.
Did you really?
Wait,
Yes,
are you getting
I rolled a
shorter? Are
11.
you getting shorter again?
No, I grew taller last
Oh,
time.
you got
Maybe
taller.
So
Oh,
maybe
You're
I'll
gonna
shrink.
become a giant.
Yeah,
by
at
the
this
end of
point, you're going to make it
campaign.
into large size.
Well, he's
Let's
just
see.
he's
No,
becoming
I
a
shrank
troll.
3 inches.
Ah.
Because it's either odd or evens.
Did you just
on
go
the
back down
D-
to your normal height?
Yeah, actually, I'm a little. I only shrank. I'm still 2 inches taller than what I started at.
That's funny.
Or no, actually, I'm an inch shorter than I started at because I rolled a 2 last time.
Well, well, well. Look who's back.
So really,
All right,
you're just getting old.
so here's what I will give you. A free dexterity acrobatics check.
Yeah, slip out of the claw.
Kind of like slip out of the claw as your body shrinks.
Yeah.
I don't think a
Surprise.
9's gonna work.
Nope, the nine's not going to work.
But it was a free one, so you didn't
Yeah.
waste anything. So
Yeah, well, you are restrained, so you know
Nope,
maybe
that's
maybe that made it awkward for you.
yeah.
Okay, and the thing's got a good grip. Yeah, can't discount the monster. Adriel, back to you.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just a bonus action hide. Start things off.
Okay,
28.
that's gonna do it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And then I'll oh, I guess I only have my bow right now, and I can't get to my blade. Well, could I just like drop my bow and then pull my blade out, or would that use an action?
That wouldn't, because dropping is just nothing, nothing at all, and then you can do one quick interaction with an object every round.
Okay. Yep. I'll drop my bow, pull my my +1 short sword out, and then I will run up and attack it with advantage because of the stealth or the hide, and I'm going to just say like, it's always you and Aygir, and then attack it.
Yeah, that makes sense. You spring out from your hiding spot. Attack with advantage.
That is a 27.
Oh, yeah.
All right, and then my sneak attack. Okay, my sneak attack wasn't as good this time. So I get 10 damage with the blade and 6 damage with sneak attack, so 16 damage altogether. Still good, but not as good.
Your blade drives through the bulbous membrane, cracking it, shattering it, thrusting into the cerebral core or control mechanism, whatever's inside its head, and the thing rattles furiously and goes inactive.
Oh, looks like I had to save you again, Vapor.
You see Vapor, from where he's standing, the finger comes up. I fucking did more damage than you did.
I don't know about that, but then I will go back around the corner after slaying the.
Remember,
creature.
Vapor's still stuck, with the acid burning him. So
It's true.
And he still considers Adriel.
Adriel,
to be
he has to see Adriel. Yeah, so as soon as he
Oh,
goes around
did-
the corner, you're gonna
right,
freak
yeah.
out.
Wait, when I was hiding, was Vapor able to see me?
From where he's at, maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I will go back around the corner though.
Go far enough, he
not-
can't see you, and he'll freak out.
Exactly, yeah. Not too far. I'll just go I'll go back to where Aygir is, but like above him, if that makes
Okay.
sense.
Yep.
Yeah.
Walykos. It's your turn. The only threat that is active, as far as you know, is the fire spitter.
I mean, I did see something spit, so I'm gonna go out with the intention of grabbing Vapor and dragging him back. So, is that doable? I assume he's not stuck to the ground, clearly.
He is not affixed to the ground, no.
Yeah, no, I'm just grabbing him, and I'm going to use my action to pull him back. So a grapple, which I assume he'll fail automatically if he chooses to Esper. So there's no need to roll. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, cool. That's my turn. And yeah, you can put me at the corner where I was. Well, yeah, that's good.
Actually,
that way I can.
I would like Walykos to make a dexterity sleight of hand check.
Interesting.
Okay. I'm just trying to think
as you grasp your ally covered in the extremely sticky alchemical substance.
Yeah. I guess I have disadvantage because of the disease, so I'll roll that.
That is true.
Or exhaustion or whatever it was, yeah. Well, I fail it. So tell me how much acid damage am I taking?
You have some kind of disease. It's not exhaustion though.
Right. It was something that caused disadvantage on dex. But yeah.
Yes, it is causing you disadvantage on your dexterity checks, saves, and attacks.
Yep.
Your hands are stuck to Vapor.
That's fine. I pull him back.
Maybe you can try that again next turn.
I guess you still kind of get the same goal that you want.
I mean, I still pull him away, yeah. So
yeah.
And I mean, one hand is stuck to Vapor.
Oh yeah,
so.
guys, did we skip Aygir? I see Aygir mentioning.
I think so, but he's going to do the same thing he was going to do anyway. So.
I don't think Aygir got skipped.
For
No,
Vapor?
Wait, didn't you go before the monster went? Oh no, you didn't. No, yeah, I think we did skip Aygir.
Oh
because he should've
yeah,
gone before
after
the
Vapor
monster,
did
yeah.
the lightning bolt,
Yeah,
then
it should be
Aygir should have
Aygir's.
gone. Oh yeah,
All right,
okay,
well,
my bad.
Then,
All right. Well,
then hold off on my action till he takes his.
all right. It doesn't affect anything there. He actually
No,
casts
never mind.
Cure Wounds on himself as a second level spell.
Cool. All right.
I'm making some notes here.
He actually heals 17 hit points from that.
Good. That's quite good. It is Vapor's turn. At the start of your turn, you suffer 6, turns into 9 acid damage.
Oof.
Okay, that one will make him scream as the acid burns into him.
It
Now,
burns.
Is there a way I could use prestidigitation to clean this crap off of me?
I don't know if that would work.
Make an Arcana check.
All right,
Maybe it will.
natural 20. So with
You
modifier-
magically
So that'd be 23 with
scrape
modifiers.
and pull off the alchemical goop, fling it to the ground or to the wall. You're free.
I assume I'm no
That's-
longer stuck to him.
Correct.
Yeah, that would also probably remove you from me. And Vapor
All right.
is just going to
Great job.
kind of slump as he's hurting. Like that acid hurt.
Yeah.
When I poked my head out, did I see that spider when I was grabbing Vapor, I assume? I mean, I went out into the hallway.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
it's been defeated, but you saw it there.
Cool. All right. Well, we just need to destroy that head, and then we can proceed forward. But is everyone all right? It looks like Vapor took quite a burning and crushing. Like you were squeezed like a grape.
So Aygir is currently looking at Walykos, and he says, "Thank you for that." By the way, he's speaking a little less cheekily than when he said, "Live and learn," right? Oh, thank you for that. We're even now, he says, mentally zoning out for a moment and remembering back on Blackrock Isle. And then he goes over to Vapor and uncorks and dumps out the contents of an entire water skin over his head. Just try and wash off any
make him
remaining
wet.
acid.
I mean,
No,
he magically scraped it off.
If there's any residue, though.
Sure.
He's not thinking about that. This is out of character.
Oh, no, I'm sure.
In-game knowledge. Yeah.
It's not the water in there. It's the wineskin, and it goes on his exposed wounds. And he's like, it burns. Hey, at least you won't get infected.
There you go.
I say, cough, cough. But yeah, let's get our bows out or whatever ranged attacks we have. I have a bow. I'm gonna take pot shots at the head.
Yeah, I'll do the same thing. I'll pick my bow back up, resheath my blade.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's the first one to pop out?
Yeah, we need to. Well, I think I can trick it. I remember.
We
doing
still in
this.
initiative order?
Yeah. Are we in initiative order, Esper? Or did you want to?
Only if you guys want to be. It doesn't have to be.
How about this?
You guys can just decide we want, Adriel to try this. Whatever you want.
Hey, Adriel, do you want to take the shots and I'll draw its fire?
Yeah, sure. I think that's
all right.
fine.
I get
Are
my
you
shield.
Sure about it, though?
Yeah, I got this. I get my shield out in front of me, and I'm going to take the dodge action, jump out to draw its fire.
Okay.
And you know how this goes.
And if
Sure.
it matters, I'll bonus action stealth before I fire to maybe get advantage.
Well, yeah, you jump out behind me. I block
Exactly, yeah.
the shots, and you fire over my shoulder where he
Excellent.
can't see you.
So
This is some cool stuff we're doing.
Walykos pops out as defensively as he can, and
Yeah.
the thing's readied fire shot looses your direction with
You've
I almost imagine that I
Disadvantage.
kind of like go out at the same time and I kind of like stand behind Walykos
Yeah.
as he shields it, and then after I come out and
Yeah.
shoot it.
We've worked this maneuver out.
it's
after
a dynamic
facing
duo.
him. Yeah,
Walykos, it is a 16 to hit.
that is not enough.
You evade the fire bolt, and at that same time, Adriel fires with advantage.
Go ahead, Adriel.
Yeah, alrighty.
I seem to recall they're not super tough. Like,
Nah.
takes a couple shots, but it should work.
Natural 20 with my advantage. I rolled a 19 and a 20.
Nice.
Very
Okay,
nice.
that'll do it. Your arrow flies
Okay.
straight between the eyes of the thing and just splits the cranium in half.
Wait 1 second. I want to roll the damage though, just to see how, because it's sneak attack damage too. It would have been 20. What is that? It would have been 34 damage.
34 damage.
Yeah.
Rock explodes from where
Yeah.
you hit.
Yeah, I imagine like I hit
Chunks-
it right exactly
chunks
where I
fly
needed
off.
to, and just after I do that, I'm gonna look to Vape and say, who did more damage?
I don't think he saw the result of the shot. He's around the corner.
Fair, but I'm still saying it.
I believe
Um,
I still did cumulatively more than you did.
I don't think that there's anything worth harvesting from these things, if I recall. But maybe at the end there was that rod.
Well, wait,
no, the
they
rod
do-
was worthless.
So, if they're like things before, don't they have those soul crystals inside of them?
Do these ones have those? I don't
I'm
know
not
that these-
sure about that. I know the little dragon-looking ones.
Why don't you
did.
take a look at them? Let's move forward carefully. There's a
yeah.
trap. It looked like I heard some clicking when you ran forward.
Yes,
So
it spits fire. No, not that one. The other.
Yeah,
the
let
other
me
thing
let me
also
take
does.
a look and see if I can spot the floor trap, and then we can step around it. So I'm gonna go forward slowly, one foot at a time, step. And I'm just kind of gently watching the floor and poking with my quarterstaff, not hard enough to set the trap off, but hard enough that I would feel like, okay, this is a little bit different. Just a little tap.
You've seen these kinds of gout of fire traps before in this dungeon. It's been triggered, it's spent. Someone would have to actually come and
Refill.
refill it and
Yeah.
reset it.
Cool. I will.
By the way,
continue-
everybody has accrued a half milestone.
Thank you, Esper.
Don't want to forget that.
I will go ahead and mark that down. I don't think anyone's close to leveling yet because I'm squarely in the middle of a level.
Also, when Vapor stands up, Aygir, who now has returned to being slightly taller, is going to be kind of like, what happened?
Same reason I was taller than you for a short period of time.
Oh, Do your spells ever do anything else?
And at the same time, like he moves his arm in his sleeve, and the sleeve is like kind of is longer, and it's like, God damn it! No, it's not just longer. It's actually like covering the hand. It's like, God damn it!
You
know,
think
I
the
must say,
magic
I
would
prefer my
affect your
way.
clothes?
It doesn't. It just says use strength, so I imagine it doesn't affect the clothing.
I've got to say, I prefer my way. It doesn't do things I don't expect.
Yeah. Well, everyone, the trap's been spent. You can move on up to where I'm at now, but we should still be careful. No running ahead, Aygir.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
I get it, I get it.
And next time when I say get back, there's a reason for that. Don't run forward.
Hey, you're not the boss of me. I know what I'm doing.
I know, but
And I know
Next-
what not to do,
Walykos,
Didn't learn, I meant that.
Walykos,
Adriel, nobody needs to hear your second opinion on it. I already talked to him about it. Now, what were you saying? Oh, sorry. That's right. I don't need to hear what you're saying. Enjoy your dagger, by the way. Are you?
I'll
hang
be
on a
sure. Not,
second.
I'll be sure not to help you next time you get grappled. I'll let you there to die.
And this is purely flavor. It's not mechanically anything, but he's gonna like snap his fingers so that Adriel can feel the innate thrumming magic of the dagger, suddenly wink out of existence for a moment and then back, just like to say, you know, hey, I'm the one that did this.
Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna look
The
into
two of you
next
have
area.
your banter. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
Walykos is a serious-minded investigating. We would say
Yeah,
scouting.
let me look around the corner and tell me what I see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell
We're
us what
here
you
for a
see with your
reason.
elven eyes.
Hopefully there's something of value in this dungeon other than just, honing our skills, which is valuable enough, I suppose.
You see the extent of the current chamber,
Mm-hmm.
and
It keeps going.
There looks to be a way to the west.
It's an interesting design. It's very not symmetrical.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's distinctly dwarven, I would think, because it's based on a natural cave that they worked to its shape rather than bending it to their own will, I guess.
That doesn't sound like any dwarfs I've ever.
No, it sounds like elves if they worked stone.
So really what we're looking at here is
Yeah.
the labor force of the giants.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to kind of detach your normal fantasy dwarf mindset, because this wasn't like a dwarf people that was autonomous throughout generations. They did the bidding of the giants.
Yeah,
So,
no, I totally get that.
while we still can understand dwarves as being great craftsmen, these are not distinctly dwarven halls. These are,
This is what happens when they're beholden to client specifications.
yeah.
I would like
That's
to move
putting it mildly.
I'd like to move directly forward to the giant face that we destroyed,
Okay.
and just kind of use that corner as my next, look around. And I'm sure that there's nothing else that I see, but you never know. And I assume you guys are going to eventually
Oh.
follow me.
Oh yeah, sorry.
No,
Yeah,
we're gonna go
yeah,
along.
I'd be coming with Walykos after my banter.
Walykos, remind me if you do perception. I think you do perception, right?
I do.
Instead of investigation. Yeah. Okay.
Correct.
Good. Give me one of those.
Give you one of those.
Yeah.
All right. We've got a 19.
Everything indicates that there is another trigger for one of those gouts of fire right in front of you.
Can I see where it's going to hit from the angle? Is it going to go back towards me? Is it going to go across? If you could just give me a rough estimate
Mm-hmm. Like
what angle it's pointing to.
kind of like that.
Yeah. Cool.
That's what it looks like.
All right. I say everyone wait. There's another trap. Back everyone up around the corner like they are. Good. I'm just looking to see if I have something that can trigger it. Would Mage Hand with 10 pounds of pressure be enough to trigger it? I don't know. That's up to you. I'll try it. I should say I try to trigger it with Mage Hand from a distance of back.
It probably does. It's based off of creature size. Cause
Yeah, it's entirely up to you.
I'll give you kind of the same thing I gave Vapor. Make an Arcana check.
Kind of check. Yep,
Yeah.
sure thing. Nope, that's a 1.
Okay, you push on it and you feel like it's just not quite enough weight to make.
I don't
it go
have
off.
the thing to make it do it. Okay, well, in that case, let's see what I got in my inventory that might be fun.
There are
to
chunks of the stone head that Adriel exploded.
jump. We could definitely use chunks
And
of the stone
Vapor
head.
weakened it substantially to allow him to do that. Okay.
Of course,
Yeah.
course. Yeah.
I mean, I definitely have things that are weighty enough in my inventory, so I will go ahead
Okay,
and
actually,
take...
I don't really want to bog it down. I think there's
Yeah.
plentiful things on hand. You all get enough
I
weight
throw it.
out on there, and
Yeah.
if you want, you can take your mage hand and like bash it on there for extra force, and you trigger
Click,
this
click. Yeah.
this tremendous gout. Well, maybe not so tremendous for 6th level characters, but you are unsinged, the lot of you.
Cool.
Well done.
We've used that up. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is unusually architecture. It's like it's funneling you into certain like areas almost.
Well, that's
so
the point.
Yeah, it's a gauntlet.
Let's-
It was made to be that
let's
way.
let's keep our eyes out. There's going to be more traps.
It's
So-
almost like it is some sort of a death trap, this dungeon.
Yeah.
Yes, death trap dungeon indeed. Forward
Yes,
we go to
death-
the next
death-
corner.
It is Death Trap Dungeon for sure. Okay, so I'm just gonna move the characters this way because
Yeah.
we might be
You
doing
get it.
we might be doing something different at this point.
Okay.
You all see that there are stairs descending
Down we go.
over the stairs. There is another one of those stony archways with the inscriptions and the giant script, right? The giant characters saying, "The strong do what they will, the weak suffer what they must. Honor to the Dvargsterkum," which it doesn't take any vast amount of historical knowledge to know that that's referring to dwarves in some sort of way.
Right. Gonna need a spelling on that, though.
Let me see if I can
Yeah.
put it in our Zoom chat.
Go ahead and drop that in.
There we go. Dvargsterkum. Yay! Well done.
Nice.
Our resident scholar. The strong
Well-
do what they will, the weak suffer what they must. Honor to the Dvargsterkum.
There come. Yeah. Interesting. Well, I wonder if the giantess or someone came through here, but let's proceed with caution.
I might have worded things poorly. What I meant to say is, you all can tell that that's referring to dwarves in some way,
I know.
Right.
but you don't know.
Yeah.
Just like right off, maybe someone can make a history check to determine it specifically what it means.
All right. Yeah. Maybe Aygir.
My apologies. I
the
worded that very
archaeologist-
poorly.
Aygir, the archaeologist, might have perhaps some recollection of something he saw about that before.
Sure.
I think it's highly possible.
Alrighty.
You do that. I'm gonna scout ahead.
All right.
Yeah,
that
I'll
is a
scout. I'll also scout ahead with Walykos.
good thing to have a +7. That's a not natural 20.
Yes, certainly. You don't even spend any time at all. You just immediately recognize the term. It actually means dwarven champion.
Hmm.
As best you can reckon, Aygir, this is the end of the gauntlet, and this is where
This implies, yeah.
this is where they welcome those that succeeded. And
Cool.
apparently these dwarves would be made some other kind of greater rank. They would still be slaves with the giant, but they would have a kind of honorable
Honored.
position, right?
Yeah, honored slave.
Walykos, Adriel, wait. Honor to the Dwarven Champion, do you really think this is the end? Or is this one last trick?
We'll find out in a second. This is the only way forward.
True, true.
We have no other options. So
Just
I
follow
say we
behind a
proceed.
little ways, and we'll find out. So I'm gonna
You
head down.
know it, I learned my lesson. Every now and then I have to do that just to be reminded. It's just so
Walykos-
tempting to to look for what might hide secrets.
Why don't you go first then? Since you want to
Esper,
find
did
the
you have
secrets so
something
bad.
for me?
Well, you all tell me, is Walykos going ahead or is someone else doing that?
Well, I think it's Walykos and Adriel. that
Yeah,
are- that are
Walykos and
scouting ahead,
Adriel are going ahead.
being
So,
stealthy and all that.
Yeah, the party proceeds slowly ahead, quietly,
Yeah.
with Adriel and Walykos at the lead. You descend steps that go down into a large chamber, seemingly final chamber. On the wall, there is a great relief etched into it of a giant city, a giant castle city, and other magnificent giant structures. It seems to be the actual Eoberg city itself, of old as it once was, before it was partially destroyed and reformatted by elves and built upon and tampered with, as the giants might consider it. As well, in this relief etched into the great panels of the walls are giant figures themselves, standing amongst in attention, others dwelling within this castle city. There is a standout structure. Oh, sorry. That was on one panel. Sorry, on the second panel, there is a different city that is clearly not in Eoberg. The way that it is rendered is it seems the greater, larger, mightier. There are more dwarven figures. The scale of it is entirely different. And there is a standout structure at the center of this second giant castle city. A massive colossus, like a bearded giant, like a giant warrior, bearded, holding an anchor. I'm going to say that Aygir already knows about this because you've already rolled so good on knowledge about this culture.
I was about to ask.
Yeah, this is clearly an image of Strongholm.
Ah, okay.
And that Colossus is the Colossus or that giant warrior, right, is actually the Colossus of Strongholm. It's a major giant city, perhaps the largest giant city in MIRRORMOURN. It's on a different continent.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah, it is to the northwest. The continent is called Grootvaters.
I was going to say, is that Sutter Vigil, but no, that was Blackrock Isle.
Correct.
Right?
Correct. The continent of Grootvaters and the giant capital, maybe we could call it that, of Strongholm. In addition to the structures of the city and the castle and the figures, there's a bay. As you know, Strongholm overlooks a bay. And you see in the bay a number of warships, giant warships. Also, in this relief, there are dwarven figures entering the giant city. The giants are receiving them with honor and seem to be giving them gifts. Due to the scale and the level of detail, it's not distinct what the gifts are, but it's clear that the giants are giving these dwarven champions something.
This does hint that there was either a time or there is currently a place where dwarves are not seen as servitors and slaves of giants, but actually interact with them as trading partners.
Not necessarily. I mean,
I say that with a
they're
question
still.
mark on the end.
It seems like they're still slaves. They're like honored slaves.
Yeah, that's what Aygir would interpret from it too. Aygir is like, oh, this is probably the dwarves that have fulfilled tasks, maybe completed a gauntlet like this one, and they are being shown honor and being given some kind of gifts or given some kind of power. Underneath the giants, but above the Thrakes.
This sounds like it almost transported them, or like they went to the Strongholm, and that's where they got these gifts.
Yeah, and
I don't know.
Though as you know, there would still be dwarves enslaved by giants in Grootvatters in that other continent. So, Haven Isle really is just its own bubble, is what it is. Its own little bubble surrounded by the obsidian barrier in the Sea of Lava. Okay, so there's I've described 2 of the panels. The first one shows the Aberg as it once was. The second one
Not
shows
to interrupt,
the city of Stronghold.
Question. So the Sea of Lava actually only extends around, basically around the sea that's around Haven Isle. I thought it was bigger than that.
I don't know the specific dimensions of it. It is a sea, so it's quite large, but it doesn't cover the whole world. There's seas of water that are probably larger than the Sea of Lava.
Right.
Maybe there are other elemental seas. There's a lot of fill-in-the-blank space in MIRRORMOURN.
Yeah. Do you have the map again? That like the world map that we could see maybe, just so that we could take gain any information from what we know of the world.
Yes. Let me see.
So I don't want to bog things down, but
I can't pull that up, though.
I can't put it in Discord because the file size is too large.
You could create a map in map.
Wait, no, I'm sorry. I made one of a lower file size, so I could do that. Yeah. Okay, I did do that. So here, I'm going to put it in Discord for you all, and then...
You could actually, I don't know if it's possible, just to share your screen for the map. It'd probably be better if we had it, though. Never mind.
Yeah,
if I share my screen on Zoom, it's going to make our images on OBS and what people are watching look really weird.
Yeah.
The file is slowly loading on Discord.
It's
one of those files that's slow to load. I don't know. I got a poop emoji on Discord. I guess Discord.
Yeah, same here.
Even though it's a mere 3 megabytes.
I just opened the original, and I'm sure it'll load eventually. So, the Obsidian Barrier, Sea of Lava. There's a lot more of the world.
People who are watching on YouTube, there's an image of that part of Haven Isle. So beyond that obsidian barrier, that's the Sea of Lava.
Yeah.
Okay, so there is a third panel, and I've actually saved the best one for last. It has bas-reliefs of the 3 Balin of Eoberg. There is Baal Vonder, who we could consider him as a sort of magus. He does wear armor, and it has like these spiking up, curving pauldrons. It's a really severe to the bands and plates of his armor, and he has this helmet with this one slot in the middle, these 2 menacing eyes, and like spiky horn thing sweeping up off of it, and he seems to have a fell halo. It's some kind of stylized effect that represents some kind of magical power that he possesses. So there's Baal Vonder, the magus, Baal Indur, the warrior, who he is more, wielding this massive great sword, and Baal Andakar, which was sort of an artificer, and he is holding at his side this kind of massive cannon thing that he would carry around and like shoot blasts of fire from it. It is confirmed that Baal Indur and Baal Andakar were slain in the siege of Eoberg, but Baal Vonder he's
the only one that remains
presumed dead, but never confirmed. As far as you know, he is still alive.
Now we know he's alive. Yeah.
Each of these reliefs, these are like the most detailed images because they just focus on these 3 figures. At the feet of each of them is a sort of faceted panel that has a tile, and you can't help but be reminded of those interactive tiles from the Arcane Sanctum.
So it has a place to insert a hexatile?
There is a tile there. Whether it's already inserted or if it's part of the contraption, it seems very clear to you that it's one of those interactive magical tiles. Each of the 3 effigies of the Balin have one right there at their feet.
Okay.
Seeing that, Aygir is going to look over at Walykos and gonna slowly, carefully start walking in that direction.
Thorn whip you. Psh, bad Aygir. No, just kidding. No, I will also move forward to examine the tiles and see if this is a match the tile puzzle, as most likely it is.
If I can, I'd like to investigate just to see if there is any trap or anything, just in case. You never know.
Sure. Go ahead.
Same.
Righty. An unnatural 20 for my investigation.
I got a 29 perception.
Neither of you are concerned about traps. You don't perceive this as being a trap or traps involved with it in some kind of way. This doesn't.
Unless you
this
put
does
them in
not.
wrong.
This doesn't look to be a trap or puzzle kind of chamber.
This seems like just to put things in the right place, basically.
It doesn't
I mean,
look. It doesn't look to be like that at all. It looks like all that one needs to do is
put the hexa thing in the
Okay.
hexa hole.
That's
Okay.
what I meant by like
Sorry.
put things in the
So-
right place. Yeah.
you determine, Adriel, that the tiles are already in place.
Okay.
So
So they're already in the holes.
yeah, it's ready to use. You don't have to solve any puzzle. It's all right there. So you can
Well,
just go and
everyone-
you can just go and touch one and activate it, or you could
Yeah,
take the tile out and put it back in. However you want to do that.
I'll look to everyone and say, well, it looks like that it's already able to be used.
But
Well,
what does
it's-
using it do?
Yes. Well, from what Aygir told us, it does seem like this is the end of the Gauntlet, and
Yes.
from the architecture, from also what Aygir told us, it seems to be fairly like the end. I don't see this as being a trap. I don't notice anything.
I don't see it as being a trap, but that doesn't mean that it's not dangerous to just activate the magic without knowing what it's going to do.
Oh, absolutely. This is why I suggest Vapor tries it first. Of course.
Just out of curiosity, how many minutes have passed since we ended combat?
He needs to know how much he healed.
Yeah, that's a good point.
10.
So 10 that's 10 hit points, right?
Yeah,
That's-
so, okay. With that knowledge, he's going to look to them and go, fuck you all. I'm not touching shit.
Vapor, you actually are the only one of us that heals over time. I
I'm-
think that you are the best solution here.
I'm gonna go to the let's go with the second panel, and I'm just like, is each one of them a thing that you activate?
Yes, each of the 3 Balin have their own tile, and
Oh, each of the Balin. I thought it was
each of them.
the-
I thought it was
thought
like
that it
one
was
thing.
the panels each had one.
no, literally
they're
at
on
the
a,
feet of the Balin, they each have their own.
Oh, I see. Wait,
Their
so
own
wait.
Gotcha,
So quick
gotcha.
question. So like, if we activate one of them, we can activate individual ones basically. It's not like
Yeah.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Um,
Oh, okay.
I-
Adriel will like not like make his way a little bit towards Belvondor's and kind of look around it
I
a little bit.
I don't like it. I don't like Belvonder. I think it's
Is
gonna.
there
do
any
some-
inclination Aygir might be able to get that these are somehow a lock or a mechanism that has something that expects a combination?
No,
It's a-
there's no. It's not
puzzle.
a puzzle. It's
with
not a puzzle.
with Adriel's investigation check, he doesn't
Uh-huh.
believe so. You can make your own. You could also make an Arcana check, because there does seem to be some kind of magic involved with this. These
I mean,
tiles
yeah,
are
I didn't
not
do
just
arcane, 'cause I'm
mechanical
not very good
things.
at that.
Yeah, let's try and make the knowledge checks first before
You know,
we do
let's-
anything.
Of
Vapor
course, yeah.
looks at this
I-
and goes, you know what? I'm sick and tired of this. Let's
No
figure out-"
vapor. I swear to God, I will hit you if you touch
And
that.
he just casts detect magic.
Okay. If you were going to touch it,
No,
Yeah, I thought you were
Walykos,
gonna try and touch
is
it.
about to like attack Vapor, and then he just sees detect magic. He's like, "Oh, okay, it's fine."
Yeah.
Well, he didn't say what he was
Vapor's
doing.
getting like sick and tired
Yeah.
of everyone like just talking, trying to figure out what the hell these things are, and he's like, you know what? Screw this. Fuck detect magic. I'm tired of this. Tired of this dungeon. Fucking got hit by acid. Fucking tired of the heat. I just want this thing done with. And
Alright.
casts his spell and
Yeah.
does his chant in elemental and detects magic on the.
I'm going to still try and
Yes,
make my
there
knowledge.
is magic. It is indeed magical. The Balin panels with the affixed tiles are giving you a moderate aura of illusion and evocation.
Ooh, illusion. Evocation.
not enchantment. Interesting.
Yeah.
That could be a trap.
Yeah.
Yeah,
could be.
that does not seem like. Does Vapor relay this information? I assume, right? Like letting us know.
So he's gonna walk up to each one and look at them closely, kind of like trying to figure out what it is, and then he'll explain what he's feeling from.
There were no
detect
other
magic.
ways out of this room, Esper?
Does not appear to be.
Okay.
I get. From what
Also,
you know of
also
history.
Vapor. I think I need to say this as well because detect magic
Detect
can
magic.
go through barriers.
Depending on
Wait,
how thick the barriers
I don't think it always goes through barriers. Yeah.
It depends
can't-
on what it's made
can't
out
go
of.
through
One foot
lead.
up to 1 foot of stone.
Does he detect there's a secret behind something?
Vapor. I don't know if it's more than 1 foot, but I don't care. I think it's cool.
Rule
You
of cool
detect that.
rules.
You detect that behind one of the, I guess underneath, right, one of the floor stones, there is magic, but maybe it's covered so much that it's hard to make out exactly what it is. But you think there's something down there magical.
So
There might
Vapor
be
is
something
going to
that needs
stop
to
looking
roll.
at the Baylors, immediately move over to where he's feeling the magic, and look straight down.
What are you doing, Vapor?
There's something down there.
So this is me, the player, saying this, but it could very well be that what these actually are much like in the Arcane Sanctum, things that turn off, the traps we just went through, or
Could be.
perhaps expose an illusionary door or something. But anyway,
Yeah. Let's
Aygir will
let's
join
not
Vapor
assume.
over there and
Yeah.
ask, "What do you see?"
It's too deep to tell, but all I know is there's something magical right down there.
All right. I'm gonna tap with my staff on the ground and see if it sounds hollow, like compared to the rock next to it.
You think that there's some kind of compartment down there underneath the stone. Yeah.
Does there seem to be a way to like open this? Like
Search
like,
there
yeah.
first, and then we'll look
Yeah.
like at the walls, I guess, for
Yeah, like is there like a lever? Is there like some thing we can push in? Like secret like anything basically? Or I'm
I
looking
feel
Vapor
like
for.
starts
this-
casting prestidigitation to create like small little gusts to blow any dust off the stone, looking for the edge.
But I'll investigate
the
again if I
edge
need
is
to.
easy to see. It's the seam is like very flush, like very tight fitted floor stones. Adriel, go ahead and do another investigation check.
That one's not as good. Only an 8.
Okay, so you look about the vicinity. You find nothing that seems to be a trigger of some kind to open this.
What about me? Can I make such a check?
Sure, yeah.
Does it have to be investigation, or can I use perception?
I think you can do either one. Just the
Okay.
way that you glean informations through a different sense.
26.
Same thing. Nothing stands out to you.
Well, worst case, we could just break into it.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
Yeah, you could possibly break it.
I don't have stone shape as this character.
How big is this stone?
Pretty big. Yeah.
But it's only at maximum a foot thick.
Give or take, maybe take
Give me-
a little more.
give
Or
me a
Without-
second.
give a little
without
more.
touching
it's
it.
it's quite big. We would consider it a large size object.
Okay. Without touching it, Aygir is going to start laying out on the ground and unrolling some buff leather folding tool holster things and getting out some pry bars, perhaps a hammer, things to like try and leverage the stone up without touching it, mind you.
While you're doing that, Vapor, was there any other magic in the room?
At the Baylors.
Mm-hmm. And what type?
There's Illusion and Evocation. What was the other
Yes.
one, I believe?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
Evocation.
On
that does not-
on
that
what?
doesn't- that
The
doesn't-
entire
each of them.
panel, or each of the
what
little buttons?
What would it have been specific, Esper?
I'm assuming it's on all of them, right?
The 3 tiles.
On the 3 tiles specifically.
And they're all the same magic? There's no
Yes.
different variations?
All the same.
Okay.
It
Well,
seems-
that sounds pretty explosive or bad. Like, I don't... Evocation is not a fun
Might I
school to
suggest?
me.
Might I suggest that Aygir make, Aygir make an Arcana check because he hasn't
Okay.
done that yet.
Yeah.
All right.
No one has actually tried to figure out what this magic thing does.
Sure.
I'm not very good with magic. That's why I haven't tried.
I would be happy to do so if my favorite enemy giants apply.
Yes.
Esper. All right.
I did just roll a 19, just to let you know.
Well,
All
you
right.
got
That's
higher
a
than
success.
me. Yeah.
Aygir, you study the tiles and the panels before you, and you maybe ask Vapor a few more questions to clarify some details. You don't think this is a trap. You don't think so at all.
Okay.
You think the illusion portion of it is there to cast some kind of image, like a projection or a hologram. And you think the evocation is there for communicative purposes, sort of like how the sending spell is evocation. You think this is used for communication. You also think
I didn't
that
realize sending souls evocation.
you also think that the giants through the magic would be the ones that open up that floor compartment that Vapor has.
So, do we really want to talk to some
Stumbled upon.
giants?
Now,
Well,
Aygir,
so-
you think you could possibly what's the word, like hijack or kind of override this and get it to open up yourself? You would need to make a second Arcana check. And if you succeed on that, you'll get that
Aygir,
floor stone.
fucking
to open.
Aygir,
hijack it.
what do you think would happen if we act? Because we know Belvandor still is alive, so we probably don't want him communicating with us. But what would happen if we activated one of the other ones who are not alive anymore?
It
One
would
step
either-
ahead of you on not wanting to touch the one to Beige Fonder, but truthfully, I do not know. I would be inclined maybe to press this one here in front of Beige Antikar just to see, but if I do that, you
summon
should all
his
stand
spirit from
back
the
first.
afterlife.
Is there a
Yeah.
way? Is there another way to open it without having to touch any of them?
Well, if you see all these tools
Well,
here, I was
yeah.
considering just setting the stone up. We could do that, maybe.
Why don't you try that first? I'm curious to see if you can bypass this because I want no part of this giant communication device
Yeah, I'll
unless there's something we
actually-
can gain from it.
That's where you and I differ. I want to know what it does. I don't want to talk to some ghost of a base, but I want to know what it does.
I'll also Adriel will also pull out a crowbar as well to help out Aygir. He's actually got one also.
Okay. You,
All right,
you
so,
both work on that.
Yeah, if I'm to try and just pry the stone up, does that seem possible, first of all?
Prying it just as is, no. But damaging it and being able to jam a pry in there, possibly.
So if there's magic involved, damaging it might, like, set the trap off, so...
There's no trap. It's
No one
no
thinks
tra-
there's
literally
out of
a
all the
component.
checks you've done. No one thinks there are traps,
Oh, okay,
puzzles, any of that.
It is
I
a
guess it's
compartment.
slightly puzzling, but it's not
Yeah.
intended to be a puzzle.
Okay,
It's-
well then he'll consider chiseling, like with a hammer and chisel, chiseling a hole into which to shove a pry bar.
I'm presumably 2 holes so that I can help out as well.
Or one slightly
Or one
bigger
big
one.
one, yeah, that's
So
right,
Aygir's working on this for a time. Is anyone else doing anything while this is going on?
I want to look more at the one with Belvandor, just kind of looking at him and like seeing more about Belvandor. I've never seen him before, and like he's the only one who's alive, so no nefarious. Just like
Adriel,
just wanna.
you look at the helmed Magus giant, and for a moment it seems as though there is fire glowing beneath the eye holes of the stony mask. Touch the tile. A voice commands in your mind.
Oh man, is anyone paying attention to me right now?
Aygir distinctly is like half paying
Okay.
attention because he expects you to help when it's time to pry the stone. So he's like
Mhm.
glancing over at you every now and
Walykos
then.
is right there. Like there's no avoiding him watching.
Mm-hmm.
You've heard this voice before,
Especially-
Adriel. It was louder, clearer, more nearer to you, as though an immediate presence back when the dagger, the Night Stalker's dagger, was still whole. Now that it's broken and shattered, the voice seems far off.
Yeah, I guess like to go through what Adriel's thinking is like he was told to wait last time the voice spoke with him, and now he's being told to do something. I think Adriel might just like look at the tile, think kind of hardly, like he's debating whether he should, whether he shouldn't, but I think he will kind of move his hand out and like slowly start kind of like etching forward towards it.
Since you're moving very hesitantly and I'm watching you.
Yeah, I am hesitant. Like it's definitely
I would
it's
say,
not like
what are you doing? Adriel?
I just have a feeling about this one that we should press this.
A feeling? Adriel, we agreed we weren't going to touch them. This could be a communication that opens a sending straight to Baal Vonder, and he'll know where we are and what we're doing.
Hey, Adriel, what are you doing over there? I need your help over here. Thought you were going to have tried this stone.
Adriel, leave the stone alone.
All right, and I'll kind of like very like no, I'm not like it like I guess from Adriel's perspective he really wants to press it, but like with Aygir kind of calling him over, it kind of like breaks him out of it a little bit, and he walks back over.
Is right there,
yeah, and he walks back over to Aygir.
Okay. In other circumstances, I might have had you make a wisdom saving throw, but Vapor destroyed that dagger into bits, so the voice seemed to be kind of distant and fragmented as well.
Yeah, no, yeah, I think Adriel like also is kind of think like he want like if it was just him in this room, he would have pressed it most likely. Yeah. But like it's this moment of like kind of like everyone's watching him while he, like they know that he did the thing with the dagger. Like he doesn't want to draw more suspicion, even though he kind of
Yeah, that's pretty suspicious.
Yeah, there's like a lot of just stuff involved. But yeah, he'll go back over to Aygir and kind of put his crowbar in to help out.
Aygir, you're using some kind of tools. What tool set is it? Tinkers?
So let's just see which would be the most applicable, because he has several. Yeah, I mean, this is not like he doesn't have mason's tools, but it's probably some combination of tinkers, smiths, and thieves' tools. Like, you know, he used a little maybe a peening hammer and tinker's tin punch chisel, and then now he has a crowbar from his thieving set, and these, you know.
If you had to pick one of those as primary, which one would it be?
In this particular case, we'll say thieves' tools. He's proficient in all three, but
okay,
yeah.
But I see your point, right? It's kind of a little combination of everything. The probably intelligence, tinker's tools to know the exact right way to go about this, and maybe some strength with the smith tools, because you do have to put some brute force into that, and the finesse and manual dexterity of the thieves' tools. So make a dexterity thieves' tools check.
With advantage due to the help action of Adriel, or no?
I have a quick question. Yeah, if this is possible to like do with thieves' tools, I could help with. I have thieves' tools as well. I thought that I didn't know that this would be a thing that could be done with thieves' tools. So it's up to you guys. You could each roll your own check, or one of you could help the other. In this case, it might be better for you to help. I mean, this is a little out of game, but
what are your characters actually doing? I didn't get the impression that Adriel was actually helping Aygir.
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't. Yeah, right. I think that Adriel probably would just wait. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Okay, so Aygir, go for it.
Okay, so he's You said this is dexterity.
Dexterity.
Okay, I guess mechanically I would have picked differently had I.
And you would add proficiency to it if you have proficiency in thieves' tools. Yeah.
Yes, correct. I am well aware of that. Okay, we'll actually spend my inspiration from last time on that.
There we go.
And improve things dramatically, because I had a 2 on the die, and then now modified, it's a 20.
Oh, that's much better. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Aygir does his work with his tools and gets everything set up. The chiseling and the setting up of the wedging and getting the crowbars in place. Adriel and Aygir, go ahead and make your crowbar checks. It's strength.
I think it's
checks
strength with advantage, right?
Yep.
Oh well, I'm glad I have no pluses on my strength, so good thing I got the crowbar. Okay, that's hilarious. Actually, my first roll was a 1. My second one was a 10, so I got to 10 plus 0.
Aygir?
This is also with advantage?
Yeah, you have a crowbar,
Okay.
so yeah.
Sure. All right, well, he's also rolling... Ooh, hey. Well, that's better. My dice were a 3 and a 19, so I have
That's much better than me. Yeah.
a 19.
Oh, we both
Also,
have plus 0.
Yep.
All right.
This party is not very strong.
Look, before this, I played Carderock Hawkness, a character with maxed out strength and charisma. And now I'm playing a character with very high intelligence, unremarkable strength, and terrible charisma. So, that's the way it goes.
You all are making some progress, but you're not getting through it just yet. I think you guys should keep going and try again. Adriel, if you fail again, you will get a level of exhaustion, though.
I don't want to try again.
Oh, okay.
Don't be a pansy.
Does somebody
Just a
else want to
level of
take?
exhaustion.
Does somebody else want to take Adriel's
I
place?
guess like after doing that, I'm gonna kind of like wipe my forehead and say, Walykos Vapor, would you try it? I don't want to exhaust
Before you
myself.
even finish, ask it. Vapor just takes and goes over and starts trying to lift the damn thing.
Okay. I'm staying close to these buttons because I don't trust anyone not to press them. I'm basically watching, over these.
You're guarding the communication tiles. All right.
Is there a
Vapor
way
and
to
Aygir
even
make
take them
strength
out
checks
of
with
the-
advantage?
Is there a way to take them out of the wall
Yeah,
without
I get-
activating them?
Yeah, out of the
also after-
little pedestal.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's called.
Mural, whatever.
Groove, depression.
Yeah.
If
The little
mattered.
inset. You can take the tiles out.
I would like to take the tiles out.
I was also gonna say, since this is like kind of happening at the same time, it seems like after I give the crowbar to Vapor, I'd walk back over to the Belvondor one.
I know
And
you
kind of
would.
just like start running over. It again,
I was preemptively saying
I
this
know.
because I knew what you were going to go and do.
Yeah.
How do you
Esper,
take them
what was
out?
that roll?
It's a
That I need
strength
to do?
check with advantage. You're using a crowbar to try to lift a very heavy stone out of the floor.
We had a character that had high strength at one point in this party.
For a brief moment in time.
How's a 17? Vapor?
Okay,
Or
that's good.
For Vapor.
Sorry, the sorcerer just like, let me show you how it's done.
Oh.
So rolling with advantage, Aygir has another 19. It's the second
Excellent.
time in a row
Okay.
he rolled a 19 and a single-digit number on his dice.
So Walykos has carefully taken the tiles out, making sure to not push them as he does. And at the meanwhile, Aygir and Vapor get this floor stone like wedged up at an angle and then kind of like hefted out of the way.
I
Aygir
may,
having
though, quick-
previously, foiled whatever portions of it, attached it in there and kept it at a flush seam.
If I may, also real quick,
Go for it.
when Walykos starts taking them out, I would like to take the one out for Belvondor.
No. I think you were prying things up at the time when I took
thought
these
that
out.
I thought you said you were doing that after I handed it over to Vapor.
I mean,
So
that's
was-
up to Esper with
It's
the
up to Esper,
timing
yeah.
on it. Yeah, I feel like I was doing
Yeah,
something
I don't
during
know
that time.
the timing. Yeah,
I know what Aygir would have encouraged you to do had you asked him while he was.
I'm
doing
cool.
it. Yeah.
So I'm cool with either way. Esper. it's
Esper,
up
what
to
do you think
Yeah,
makes-
Walykos,
more
did you want to
sense.
do it quickly before Adriel got there?
I feel like, yeah, it was something that I want to remove the temptation because I saw his hand start to move towards it, and he was like, I feel like I should do this.
All right, so Adriel, you approach just as Walykos has plucked the last
Taking
one.
the last one. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah,
I'm just kind of holding them in my hand.
Mm-hmm.
Aygir and Vapor, you have uncovered a section of floor that normally would have only been opened by one of the
Magic.
Balin.
Yeah.
We're gonna need some. We're gonna need some D100 rolls.
How did I know you were gonna ask for that?
D100 rolls. I
Can
have,
we all
like,
make a roll?
I have historically not been doing well on these.
Okay, so I can just tell you all what it's gonna be. I'm gonna need a total of 5 rolls. One of them is decidedly of a higher tier than the other.
Why don't we each take one of the lesser rolls, and then
Maybe give
fine
Aygir
with
Aygir
taking
that
the
top
last
one
one.
because he was sort of the
Yeah.
most valuable player in that.
Everyone okay
That
with
little
that?
Wait,
exchange.
Vapor was the one that found it.
Okay,
You
so
did
does it go to
find it.
Vapor?
I mean, you two
No, it's
decide.
fine.
Aygir or
I
Adriel
recommend
also.
it.
Adriel was also promised a special magic item from Vapor, so
Hey, maybe it'll be in here.
Adriel got what he was promised.
All right, I'm just gonna roll my lesser roll.
Yeah, I just did
Yep.
mine as well. I got a 78.
oh well. I got a 19, which is just my historical D100 rolls.
I got a 3.
All right, let's do
Oh,
this one
actually,
at a time.
wait a second. Oh wait,
We
I'm
got it.
sorry.
So-
Hold on a second. I don't think I rolled that correctly. Hold on. Sorry.
How do you not roll correct?
Well, no, I'm using roll 20, and I've never rolled a D100. I don't know if it actually. Did it? Oh, it did. Never mind. No, it did. It did. Okay, it said rolling D. Okay, yeah, I'm good. Never mind. 19. Yeah.
Okay, so let's do this one at a time. So Adriel,
19.
you find a suit of dwarven chainmail and a dwarven scimitar.
So dwarven chainmail and a dwarven scimitar. Okay.
They are of high quality make. They seem to be of expert forging. They do need some polishing, some scrubbing. They've got a little bit of oxidization to them. But you would consider this to be, that dwarven champion word that I'd mentioned before, the Dvarg Sterkum. That's actually the plural, so it'd be like Dvarg Sterk, chainmail, and scimitar.
Yep.
Okay.
And then Walykos got a 3.
I did.
You find a suit of Dvarg Sterk scale mail, and like make and quality, clearly forged by an expert smith's hand, though with a bit
Okay.
of tarnish due to its age.
Not super exciting. I'll just set it to the side.
Who's next?
I think it was Vapor.
Vapor got a 78, I think.
Yep, 78.
A 78. You find 3 sets of that scale mail, and as well 3 Dvarg Sterk shields. And what of Aygir?
There are 2 more rolls left. One regular one, one higher
Yeah,
tier one.
do the regular
the
and
regular,
save the
yeah.
good one for
Yep.
last.
Yeah. So regular one first is a 72.
Okay, good.
You find 10 crossbow bolts, and Aygir is thinking that they are magical. You've clearly cracked open an armory for these dwarven champions.
Yeah.
All right, and then the so-called higher tier roll is
90 is.
it's a 95.
Oh,
Yes.
nice.
That's completely subjective. I just assume that higher
Well, yeah,
is
it should be
usually
completely
better.
random. Yeah,
D&D, generally the tables go from low to
Yeah.
high.
I mean, I don't know. I like to make my own tables, kind of just whatever.
Esper
but
can do
yeah.
whatever he wants with
Yeah.
his tables. It's completely subjective, my
Did you
assumption.
say 95?
Yeah.
You find a sword as well of fine dwarven forging. Vapor's also detecting magic on the sword.
Is it
Oh.
a short sword, a long sword?
Longsword.
Long
Long
sword.
sword. Okay. I mean, would you like to try and find out what sort of magic? Anyone able to identify these?
Yeah, longswords are strength based, so that's not really a me thing.
Oh, I thought it
Oh,
could
Vapor
be.
can spend another detect magic to find out.
Yeah, and the magic could potentially be like, hey, you can use this with your, dex
Dexterity.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Right, we need to figure out what it is. Yeah. Also, we
Alright,
don't know
yeah,
even know it's
Vapor-
magical yet.
April
We do
spend
know it's
another
magical.
detect magic on it.
He said it was magical.
The crossbow bolts he said are probably magic. The longsword
No,
he
he
just
said-
said
he
find
said-
where-
He said the
Okay.
longsword
He said
was
that they were
magic.
magic.
Both are.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
all right.
so Vapor's got no problem. Oh, actually, wait. Detect magic should last. Give me 1 second.
I assume that us getting this out probably would have taken longer. Well, maybe not. I don't know.
10 minutes. Did it take longer than 10 minutes?
Are you just trying to heal yourself, or
No,
what?
no, for the detect magic.
Just so that he doesn't have
Oh.
to cast it again.
Got it.
The last thing you determine with the detect magic is the magic in these items. The crossbow bolts have a lesser aura of magic. It's a transmutation, I want to say. The sword has a stronger aura of necromancy.
Similar to the dagger?
This sounds familiar.
So Aygir is holding on to this as securely as
not decidedly
possible.
similar to the dagger.
Yeah.
Okay, Aygir is still holding on to this as securely as possible and eyeing Adriel to maybe see about
Vapor
just
won't say
keeping it
anything
away
about the
from.
necromancy. He says it's just very powerful. He's not quite sure what type, because
Well,
it's powerful.
this merits
What-
further study.
What kind of magic does it have, Vapor?
Not quite sure.
Your detect magic can't tell what kind of magic the sword has, but it
Well,
could
with
tell
all the other
ones?
ambient magic in this room, it kind of clouds it.
Well, we take it for now. It's the sword that's not really our style, as far as I can tell. But let's take it back. See
Well, wait,
what it's...
Aygir does use a long sword, but anyway, he'll hold on to it and just carry it to kind of spindle
Yeah.
to see what we can figure
Yeah,
out. with it.
let's find out its true purpose, and then we can say who gets it, or if we're selling it, and buying our own trinkets.
Do we know what these weapons actually do? Like the crossbow bolts and the
No.
what like
No, we
okay.
don't.
We don't. Okay.
Again, let's just wait and just get it all identified at once by someone
No, for sure.
who can do it.
That's the point. Yep.
Yeah, no, I agree. I was just curious. So.
I'm hoping there's a way out of here that we don't have to walk back all the way through. Yeah. But yeah, I just don't think, I think, so if I may, pressing those things, I think would open a communication to one of those bales, and they would have been like, congratulations, warriors, you have proven yourselves, and take these, tokens of your new, life, and would have raised up the stone, very thematically.
They also might let us out as well.
Let's take a look around. The murals seem solid. Tapping on the murals, nothing, illusionary about them. Yeah,
Seems solid, yeah.
and we already detected magic. I think we should just walk out.
Yeah, I mean, there was probably some other kind of a way out, one would think, but
I mean, worst case, we already defeated everything. Like,
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking,
It'd be a long walk, but it's not like the end of the world,
Yes.
right.
Well, what do you all think? Are you ready to leave the gauntlet, or do you want to
I'd like
look
to.
some
I'd like to look a little more before leaving, just to make sure there's nothing else here of significance or.
I was gonna
value.
say, Aygir's answer about do I want to look
Yeah, I mean,
for
this-
just one more secret thing?
Yeah,
I'll
Adriel's
hold
not
on
like
to
not.
these tiles.
Yeah,
Okay.
Adriel's not doing it for that reason, but like it's the end of the gauntlet. Like there probably is something more,
Can anyone tell me specifically what you want to do, where you want to go?
Just I mean, I guess I'd just be like investigating, like in general, like the whole kind of area. I don't know exactly. I can't like pinpoint a specific spot. I guess like let me think. Could you give me a general description of the place again? Like a quick one, just so I can like give you a specific
the
area, maybe.
entrance chamber that has the bronze disc and the different scenes etched into the walls. It was the puzzle chamber. This was the corridor of fire where the dragon heads shot a line of fire. Fire pit, and you all affixed rope to climb along the side.
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant like the area where we're in right now.
The final chamber?
Yeah, the final. That was the one I was intending to like look into more. Yeah, sorry. I don't know, but I don't know if that's what Aygir was thinking too, but
a pretty good sized chamber. It's particularly tall. The ceiling is quite high. There are 3 main panels of bas relief on the wall. The first one shows Eoberg as it was of old, with the giants and the dwarven servitors dwelling there. The second one shows Strongholm. We could consider this like the dwarven capital. It's on the continent of Grootvaders, and it also shows dwarven champions, the Dvargsterkum, receiving some kind of honor and gift. And then the third one has the 3 Balin that once ruled Eoberg. 2 of which are dead, died in the siege led by House Drakestone. The third one, Belvander, is known to be alive. He's the one who cursed Walykos. Like, Walykos was in his service, training under him along with other people. He also was controlling the Night Stalker, and has some strong connection with that dagger that the Night Stalker had wielded that you
my dagger
fell in love with. Yes, your dagger. You've bashed through, broken through, pried open hefty floor stone to find a veritable armory underneath. Otherwise, there are no exits. Nothing else seems to be concealed or hidden within this room. And the purpose of this chamber does not seem to be traps or puzzles or combat, but rather a final place to speak, to commune with the Balin, to receive these weapons and armor.
I think we should just leave. We have elevators to explore, different levels, places to go. We're still fairly fresh. I don't think I used any spells for today. I am feeling a little diseased, though. I wouldn't mind getting that cured.
Now, on our way out, though, again, out of character, deliberately playing to Aygir's character flaw, he's going to talk to Walykos, actually. He's going to say, now, I understand if you don't want to do it, but if you would give me the tile for the Bale, for Andikar's statue, not Vondo.
Yeah, let's
then if you would leave the room, I would...
No, I'm not leaving the room. I'm gonna stay right there with you and watch whatever you do.
I would not ask you to do that. Stand from a distance. Do not stand near me. If it is to go bad, it would blow me up.
We already determined that it's not a explosive trap. It's a communication.
I use blow up in a loose sense. If it were to do something bad, you should stand at least on the other side of the room. I would not have you close.
I mean, I'm not going to stand on your toes, but I'm going to be there. Yeah. Go ahead. I give you Andikar's tile, and I say, let's just get this over with so you can move on with your life.
If we learn something useful here, you'll see.
What'll happen is like a hologram will appear. Sorry, Bale Andkar is out at the moment. Please leave a message after the beep.
Yeah, the number you're trying to reach is disconnected. Yeah. All right, so once Walykos is like still a reasonable distance away.
Yeah.
To where like it wouldn't harm him if it's going to harm anybody.
I mean, we're all probably watching from the door.
The tile into the little depressed area and press it, touch it, do whatever it seems to be.
Yep, you just put your hand onto it like that. You do so. There is a momentary, soft, warmish glow to the tile, and nothing.
Yeah,
probably
tried to.
They're dead. They're dead. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, tried to do ascending to them, and
probably.
Well,
Nothing ventured, nothing lost, and he hands the tile back.
We can door ding dong Bail Vondor, but I think that would probably be a bad idea considering he's a magus.
Yeah. Although, well, so this could actually be really useful later on.
So
Yes, I
Aygir is
don't
the one who
disagree.
made the Arcana check,
Yeah.
and you've
Yeah.
now done a little bit of experimenting.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, you seem to have just extra confirmed that Bail Undercar is dead.
Yeah.
And if you're interested, you could try Bail.
Do the other
Endure.
guy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure
We'll
he's
try
dead.
for Bail
warrior.
Endor too. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, so indeed the same thing happens.
Yeah.
So, historically, by the claims of House Drakestone, those two were defeated like in direct combat. And in
Yeah.
your mind, you've made
They weren't
personally
clones.
sure. You made personally sure they indeed are no
Af-
more.
After
They indeed are no
Aygir,
more.
after Aygir does both of those and nothing happens, Adriel will walk up to the Bail Vondor one again and just like see like maybe
Yeah,
there's a
well,
secret
can-
way I can
Let me
like,
finish the thing I was
oh,
saying to Aygir.
sorry,
And then
sorry.
that might alter what you're doing.
Yeah.
So, having experimented with this and tampered with this, here's what Aygir is, information that's in Aygir's mind. So you got this tile for Bail Vondor.
I have that. I have
Well,
not
right,
given
that's
that.
it,
Right.
Yeah.
You all have it.
Yes.
You have never seen Bail Vondor yourself, but Walykos claims that he has. So you have good cause to believe that indeed he is still alive.
Yeah.
If you were to activate his tile, based upon your knowledge and Vapor's magical detections, what he gleaned, you don't think that's going to summon Bail Vondor here. You
No.
don't think it's going to give Bail Vondor some kind of power to cast a spell through it. You think it's really just going to be like
Communication.
just
A
communication.
crystal ball.
You'll
Yeah.
you'll probably see like a kind of hologram of him, and he'd probably be seeing one of you, assuming he
Yes.
accepted the communication.
Right.
And you could probably
That-
speak to each other, but you don't think he would actually physically have a presence here.
Right. We don't
I
want him
understood
knowing
that,
about
yes.
us, though. Yeah.
Exactly. I don't want to give him information by communicating with him.
Yeah.
As far as he knows, no one has touched this chamber.
Yeah.
So
Actually, I think he does because he did talk to Adriel, so I think he knows we're here. Or at least he
Adriel,
knows
do you
Adriel's
tell
here.
that to them?
Oh no, this is out of no,
Yeah.
Adriel.
Adriel, come here. I've got
So-
this white jacket I need you to wear.
Sorry, this was just to clarify for the players. Sorry. No,
Okay.
Slip your
no.
straight
So
jacket
Adriel,
around you,
Adriel
nice and
keeps that
cozy.
to himself, and it's a bit mysterious. You don't know exactly what that means, and the voice was distant.
Mm-hmm.
But
Put a
you
piece of you in your head.
I will, but yeah, again, like I was saying, like after those two had like nothing happened, like Adriel does want to like go back to the Bail Vondor one and like look around it, like look over it because like and
You're
then kind
welcome
of like say,
to look at the
yeah, like I'm trying to see
deactivated
if
mural.
maybe there is another way to do it. I don't know, but like maybe if there is, I could maybe do it without the other party members knowing.
Hey,
If there's
Adriel,
not, I get it.
We're going. Come on, let's go.
Well, sorry, I just wanted to check this one out again. The other two didn't do anything.
Yeah, but we're not activating that one. We chose not to.
Yes, and you have the mural. You have the activation mural. I'm not activating it. I just want to look at it, see if there's anything we can find from it, anything extra.
It's just a communication. That's, a way to communicate with him, and we're not doing that.
I am still looking. I am still
I know.
going over there. Yeah. But like I'm kind of like talking
Sure.
to Walykos while I'm like looking over it again. Like I don't know if there is, but yeah.
So you once again behold and even maybe scrutinize the pane that has this very detailed likeness of this armored giant. By the looks of it, he just looks fully armored. Like you don't see skin, so to say, or eyeballs or anything like that. It just looks like these spiky, curving plates and bands and this big mighty helmet with curved spikes coming up off of it, and just these shadowed, menacing eyes and a slit down the middle. And then this halo with, it's kind of like a stylized icon effect that not like a holy halo, but like a magical effect. Like clearly this person has magic radiating off of him.
Yeah, in Adriel's, I guess, internal monologue, he's kind of like looking at it, and I feel like he's actually kind of admiring it a bit because he looks powerful, he looks strong, he looks like he's the only one who lived, right? And like Adriel will kind of like just touch the mural a bit and just kind of like feel around it. Not like, I don't know if it's gonna do anything, just like kind of admiring it, kind of like admiring Belvandor a bit, yeah.
Okay. You give it the touch or the caress and you have your admiration, at least in your own mind you do so. Do you have a skill that you associate with this, or is it just that?
Let me think. You know what? I'll give it an Arcana check.
Okay.
I think I'll try because like I've had a little bit of stuff with Belvandor, so give it a go. Not good at it. Not terrible. 12. About average.
Well, he certainly seems like he wields mighty magic.
Mm-hmm. All right. With that, I suppose I'll follow the rest of the party since I don't have the tile.
Mm-hmm.
Yet. I don't have it yet.
All right, everyone.
You're muted, Walykos. But yeah.
I break the tile, shatter it into pieces, grind it to dust.
Give it to
No, I
Vapor
don't do
for a.
Give it to Vapor. He can.
We do have a
Yeah,
strong
shatter.
box. We have a strong box we can
We
put it in.
do have a
Magic
strong
one.
box that everyone knows the password to, so it's not
Yeah,
that much of a
that's
strong
real-
box.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna hold on to it for now. I tuck it into my breastplate, armor, or whatever.
Yeah, the other ones we can keep in the Arcane Sanctum in our secure storage, but that one
I will-
you should definitely hold on
I will
to.
hold on to. We might want to use it at some point, but today is not that day. So,
Okay.
What happens next,
I-
guys? Do you leave the gauntlet?
I
think-
think we leave
yeah.
the gauntlet.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we're leaving it, right?
So
And-
before we start heading down the dragon breath room, Vapor's gonna ask, should we move? Should I also bring the brass back with us?
What?
That disc that he used to kind of help deflect the fire.
No, I think I don't think we need that.
I don't
unless-
care.
you have
No, leave that where it is. This is a ruin now.
Yeah.
Why would we need to go, except for going back to, activate the communication device, maybe?
The only reason would be if we could somehow sell the brass disc, but
No,
Nah,
it's
I don't-
too
yeah,
bulky, too heavy. Let's
As
just
I
leave
mean,
it.
is,
as
it is.
as far as I know, it's just a brass disc. Like it's not
Yeah.
like anything special.
right. I mean, in theory, that could be.
there
valuable,
there
but,
was some
yeah.
magic in it that hurt Vapor pretty bad.
I thought that
Yeah.
was more tied to the room itself.
I don't know.
I don't remember.
In any case,
They're
not
connected
worth-
together, and
yeah,
um.
removing it broke it.
Well, I'm not going to say anything. So, what
Yeah.
do you guys do?
Adriel
Leave
has
it.
no interest in it. Yeah.
Yeah, stop.
Vapor, you're welcome to carry it out if you'd like, but I have no interest or need of it.
Yeah,
You could roll it.
I mean,
It is
levitate.
disc.
Yeah. No, let's go. I don't think it's worth spending time on. Leave the dungeon. I'm not feeling well, guys. I've been toughing it out because we needed to go, but I want to get back to town and get
Yeah.
this tended to.
Yeah. Did you?
I agree.
Did you
I
tell
think
anybody
Walykos
about that?
needs to rest.
Yeah, I've got pustules like popping on me.
Yeah, Adriel's been
Nodules?
like
Nodules,
treating
there's
him
no
to the best
pus.
of his ability.
I'm
yeah,
sorry,
like-
nodules. My
Yeah, no,
apologies.
no,
Little
yeah,
strange
Adriel's been,
bumps, and you've got this just like your skin's kind of crawling and itching.
yeah,
Yeah.
Adriel's been like helping him during the rests and stuff. So yeah,
Yeah.
we definitely know
I-
about it.
Trust me, I've lived with worse for much longer. So this is nothing compared to my curse.
But it's still
but,
something that you want to get rid of. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather not let this linger. Plus, we can get those items identified if we go back to town, and then we can actually use them in exploring the rest of this place.
Yes, I'd like to get back to town as well. I'd rather Walykos get treated, get better, and then we can figure out what these items are also, because apparently Vapor's magic isn't strong enough.
Yeah. Who knows what else has happened while we were gone? We were gone for a day or two, so.
Yep. So I think we're. Oh yeah, we also had the. Weren't we gonna be? We're planning on doing something after the. What was that thing that we had planned with those people? Forgot what it was. It was something. Because we had that. It was the day's travel or something that we had to do.
We did Vapor's quest.
We went to
we
the
did that
cave, but
already.
there was
We did
also
that
talk
already.
of going
That's
out to the
This was the most
There was
pressing.
another.
This was what we were planning on doing. We were going to explore this dungeon. The only other thing that we might do is go looking for Baal Vonder and fuck with his plans.
I thought that there was something else that like was time sensitive.
We were going to go out towards the cloud steps to go.
Yeah, to also get that magic item potential from his granddaddy or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he owes you that. So, but that would be leaving the area and going on an entirely different.
Yeah, true. Sorry, I just wanted to clarify for myself. I'm good to go back to town. Like I just was.
No, I think our main plan, the only thing that we really had to do was to try and find treasures and get stronger in this place.
Yeah, let's go back to town.
Unless Corgan or Corgan? I forget. Corgain, that's what I meant. Unless he shows up and tells us, hey, you guys have this time-sensitive thing to do. I don't think we're... Yeah, I think we're good.
Let's go back to town, get the stuff identified, get Walykos treated, and maybe do anything in particular characters might want to do.
Esper, is there any reason to drag that out? Should we,
Aygir. What does Aygir do on the way out? Or before?
Well,
if Aygir is lagging behind, Adriel would be almost like shoving him out.
He will.
We are leaving.
He basically already did what he's going to do, but no, he'll look around, see if they somehow missed anything in that little armory hole, and maybe just give one last glance at the wall to see if they missed a secret.
I just imagine like your legs sticking out as you're like putting yourself into the armory hole. Like, is there a secret?
No, he'll be very quick and subtle about it. It's not like.
Wait, can I do something? Like, this isn't anything like that's gonna like hurt Aygir or anything, but more of like a joke. I don't know if it'll work. I guess he could try. But if he's like going into like a whole thing, yeah, can I just like push him in? Like he's trying to be like careful, like just like push him in.
He hasn't climbed down into it.
No, I know, but like, can I just push him in?
I think he's asking if you're leaning over it.
Yeah, like, are you leaning in a way where like I could like just like push you in jokingly?
Not really. I mean, yeah, I don't know why he would. If that were in character, he totally would be. But like, he is being quick and subtle about it. He's not
okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I was just curious because okay.
No, I know where you're going for, and I'm about it, but I don't know if
so
you really
Aygir takes one last look in the armory compartment, the armory covey. Go ahead, give it a roll.
What kind of a roll?
Whatever you got, whatever you want to do.
Okay.
Medicine check.
Yeah.
No, this seems like a job for investigation.
Okay.
Which naturally is the worst thing he's rolled all game so far. It still works out to a 15, but he's good at investigating.
Alas, you are empty-handed.
All right, well, he'll turn and he'll eye Adriel and say, or rather, he won't say anything. He'll just be like,
I'll give you like a bit of a raised eyebrow and kind of like shrug, like, I wasn't gonna do anything.
Well, are you done here?
Let's go.
Oh, no, are you done here, Aygir? You're the one holding us up.
Oh, don't see what I saw. Don't you try and hide what I saw you by that statue. Yes, I'm done here. We're going now, both of us.
Okay.
So
Aygir, are you truly done with the gauntlet then?
Yeah.
Okay. You all exit.
Well, unless you want me to find something. But
Vapor,
yes.
are you rolling the bronze disc down the long corridor back into the puzzle chamber?
I don't think so.
No. They said that's fine where it's at, and he's got no reason to believe that anyone else is going to come down here.
Okay. All right. So you all entirely exit the gauntlet, which brings you back into a small room in the lava ruin. To the east, there are stairs that went down into the Gauntlet. And
Yep.
then here to the south, there is a lift chamber that uses these obsidian shards that can also be referred to as keys to activate. That you need one key per person.
We have
There
two
is-
of them now,
Yes.
I believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
There is an additional lift in the wider lava
Yeah.
ruin to the west.
Right.
Yep. I don't think we should mess with the lifts yet. We'll come back for them next. I just think we should backtrack the way we came.
Yeah, not gonna lie, I was really hoping that the Bale statues would actually somehow give us another shard each.
Yeah, unfortunately not the case, but we got a nice little longsword out of it, and I mean, if it's magical enough, that's
Crossbows as well.
Yeah, so does Adriel have a crossbow?
I use a short bow, but I mean
Okay.
I could use a crossbow. I mean it's not
Okay.
like
also
I
use a
couldn't one.
bow. So yeah.
But I could
Crossbows-
just get a crossbow and use it. Like it's not something that I couldn't use.
Or we could
effectively.
trade them for money and trade the
Or
money
I mean
for
I could
better
or I could
things.
depending on where the magic's at. If it's just on the bolt part, I could just like turn it into an arrowhead, like an arrow. And then just use
I
I,
don't think
in
I don't think it
general-
works like that.
yeah.
In general, as a player, I'm in favor of using magic items rather than selling them. But
No, I am too. Yeah,
yeah.
but
I
like I said,
understand.
like I can just get a crossbow and then
The problem
good to
is
go.
these are random items that aren't tailored to us, and in this case, it's just not that useful.
Well,
the crossbows
Vapor
are.
does have a
because-
crossbow. He's got a small little
Yeah.
handheld one. but
Let's
that's
see
Yeah,
how
okay,
useful
I
they
mean-
are.
Well, again,
Yeah.
yeah, depending on how good they are, like I could just use Vapor's crossbow because it's a dex weapon. Like I'm good at that. So
We'll see. So, anyways,
to town.
Yes,
You all pass
to town.
back through the lava ruin, back through a long corridor, and then you break left. If you were to go continuing on, you'd make it back to your base. We'll call it that, the Arcane Sanctum.
Yeah.
But you don't. You go through the crevice to the left that winds through the broken long crack and out amongst the massive chunks of rubble in the crumble, a veritable labyrinth of stone. Fresh air, sunlight, birds chirping, the sweet smell of freedom back in the decent open world, and all of the city of Barnacle stretching out before you. The worst off of your crew is Walykos. He is ailing. There's some kind of affliction that was
Stupid
brought upon
starfish.
him by a
Yeah.
strange, monstrous starfish
Aberration.
creature. Yeah,
Yeah.
a bizarre aberration.
Yeah, I'd be. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it would be needed, but like, if you wanted the help, I'd be helping Walykos like on our trek back to town.
Yeah, we should definitely go find a healer. I think
My grandfather, right?
your grandfather. No, I thought the healer in the house was the
Oh,
guy.
is the one in my
is-
house a healer? I thought he was just a wizard.
So
Well,
those are
there's-
the
Crispin Hollows. is a
Crispin
healer.
Hollows is a wizard, is the tower wizard, and
I have
his
him marked down
grandfather
as a
is
healer.
Yeah, so
the
as we're-
grandfather is a priest.
Yeah, I guess as we're walking outside, perhaps we should go speak with my grandfather. He could probably.
Is
hook you
there
up
a,
on this.
I wrote down Crispin Hollows as a healer. You told me at one point he was, so that's what I got here.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, there was some kind of misconnection there.
Okay.
Well, why don't the two of you go there? And I think I have some business to attend to with Connor Spindle. Do you need my moral support to help you?
Are you
or-
going to get the items identified?
Oh, you know it.
Okay. Let's meet up afterwards at our place, the
Aygir.
Storm Tower.
And
Well,
Aygir,
I
if
wasn't
you-
going to invite myself, but if you're offering, of course.
Aygir, if you wouldn't mind, the scimitar and the chainmail armor I found, I think it's of high quality. You might be able to find use of it with Connor Spindle. Perhaps you could polish it, or he could polish it up, refine it a bit, make it more suitable for sale.
Yeah.
Are you asking me to shine your sword?
No, I'm asking for Connor Spindle to shine my sword.
Oh, I'd like that even less. I'll see what I can do. I'll see what I can do.
Yeah,
Yes,
Vapor.
I'll hand
What about
over-
you?
I'll
You're
hand over
gonna
my
go with
scimitar to
Aygir, clearly, right?
Yes.
Oh,
And
the-
as
the-
as
the-
you
the group
as
separation as always.
as you say that, you get this sudden like fear in your stomach, like, oh no, what if I leave and I can't see Adriel anymore?
That's true. Yeah.
He's going to ignore that feeling at first.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
And,
So Walykos and Adriel start walking away from you. And
Not that I don't know why, but if you'd rather go with them, I can
No,
shortly
I have
fend
no
for
reason to
myself
go
on
with
the
that.
rough, tough streets of Barnacle. I'm sure nothing
Okay.
would go wrong.
I
Just on
have
my walk.
stuff as well I want him to look at.
Okay. Well, we leave your sight then as
Yeah,
we
we're
head
out.
off towards
Vapor,
Crispin Hollow.
you feel quite nervous without Adriel near. You get this
Yeah.
this
he's
terrible,
trying-
ominous foreboding that something bad is going to happen without Adriel close by.
I think Vapor would try to fight that feeling as much as he can.
Oh.
He has that feeling, and it's like he's constantly looking over his shoulder, but he's doing his darnest to fight through that feeling. It's like this. Because he knows Adriel doesn't want him near, so he's doing his darnest to stay away from Adriel. But that feeling is just like, so he's kind of like fighting himself, I guess, would be the best way. So
Okay.
You're gonna cause yourself to get deranged, sir. Like this is how you gain derangements.
This is magic.
yeah. Aygir probably knows him constantly looking over his shoulders, like looking at every shadow and stuff like that.
Aygir's gonna keep walking and say, it really is fine. I don't know why, but you can go with them. I can take care of myself on the streets. I'm sure nothing will go wrong.
How would Vapor
I'll
respond
tell
to
Thomas
that?
Spindle he said hi.
You just want the magic items for yourself.
No, well, here's the thing. Vapor does have a reason to visit with Conda Spindle because they're working on that potion. So,
Esper, just to confirm, he has free will still, so he can resist this.
Correct.
But like at some point, I assume there's going to be problems that you will
Well, there
insert
there
and tell
has to
him
be a
what
negative
happens.
consequence at some
Yeah.
point. Yeah.
yeah.
Esper will tell you when those
Yeah,
come
so
along.
he's going to keep fighting this feeling of it. And just go, I gotta see Conda Spindle still.
Okay.
Yeah, you gotta see
I won't stop you
Adriel.
from that. He's much more worth talking to than any of those mantibles. I don't trust them fully. City elves are a different and weird breed.
You do know only Walykos is an elf and half-elf at that, I believe.
Yeah, I'm a human.
Like I said, city elves are a weird breed.
Yeah, though in the actual world, a human is a half elf, half dwarf.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
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 True.
So, but behind the scenes, we have the mechanics of human and half elf. Walykos and Adriel head back to Adriel's family's district. Though you go to, I think, your own tower, the Rook Tower, which is nearby the actual Storm Tower proper. Walykos is not feeling well, and he wants to probably rest or look into a remedy of some kind.
We're trying to find the healer.
Absolutely.
Okay, are you talking about you're going to your grandfather, Duncan?
Yeah, my grandfather. Yeah, to get the
Oh,
healing.
okay. So no, you don't
mean,
go
I
to
was-
the Rook Tower. You go to the Storm Tower.
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
speak
Yeah.
to
So
your
that's why I was
grandfather.
confused. I was like, wait a second, is my grandfather there? How do we know he's at the
Okay,
Rook Tower?
I'm with you now. I'm with you now.
Yeah.
So you seek out Duncan Mantevale, Lord of the Storm Tower, Master of Rituals, father of your mother, and presently he is at home and he is eating lunch, and you are met by the guardsmen of the Storm Tower who greet you. Hey, hail, Sir Adriel. It is good to
that's right, I'm
see you
on
once
night.
more. And they give you a courteous bow.
Yeah, we did get knighted, didn't we?
Yeah. Both of us did. Yeah. I'll say I appreciate it. Do you know where my grandfather is?
Sir Walykos, best regards to you as well.
Much appreciated, but formalities can be put aside for the moment. I come because I have unfortunately come down with an affliction in our knight errantry that we have been doing. I was hoping to see a healer, Crispin or Duncan. I've heard are healers.
They are still attending the luncheon, and both of you are most welcome. Please eat, rest, and speak with them for the counsel that you seek.
I could use a good meal.
Most pleasant.
They summon a servant known as Tunipa, a half-elf girl. And
Is this the one that I gave the gold to?
I'm going to say yes. And she makes a little bit of pleasantries as she escorts you through the winding halls and stairways to the next level, where there's like a banquet hall that's, well lit through the windows and candles, and there's a bit of entertainment, a couple of musicians playing, and there's banquet tables, and a large lunch meal is being consumed with your grandfather and various other members of House Mantavale. And you all find your way there to speak with Duncan. What is this ailment exactly, Walykos? And he squints his eyes and kind of looks in a little bit closer at you.
Yeah. I will describe. We were exploring some ruins, and a creature was summoned by a magical rune that we activated accidentally as a trap, and it was a starfish-like creature, an aberration with these nasty I don't have the picture in front of me. Yeah, claws, and it attacked me, and it hit me and inflicted this on me when it grabbed onto me. I describe it as best I can. I don't have the picture again. I'm just going off memory.
Giant starfish. Well, I cannot say that I have ever seen the like of such a foul creature. Are you in a great deal of pain?
I feel as though I am clumsy, and perhaps even this bumps on my skin, these nodules, they irritate me and they itch.
Yes.
And I'm worried that it will progress to something worse if I don't get this.
It's like some sort of severe skin rash or an allergic reaction.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh,
Do you have any kind of ointment or potion or some kind of healing magic that could be used to help him?
A woman in a ornate feathery hat and very colorful gown looks at you, Walykos, in your disease condition.
Yeah.
Do you mind? We are eating.
Oh, Adriel will shoot her like dagger eyes and say I have no need for your food. I want to help my friend. You can go back to
Adriel,
your food, or you can leave.
Adriel, it's fine. It's fine. I understand. We can hold off discussing the particulars until after the luncheon is complete. I'm not going to keel over dead.
Some sense should be talked into you, Adriel. The nerve you have. I'm perfectly aware you've recently been knighted an errant knight. I've been a lady of this house since well before you were born. Learn some manners.
Not to interrupt, but aren't they actually a step above a knight errant? They're not like castle knights, but there's an intermediate level, I remember.
No, I thought we were just knight errants.
Knight errants,
but,
yeah.
I mean,
thought
knights still
knights,
pretty important.
No, I know. I thought the knights errant were Aygir and Vapor.
I'll look to the lady again.
Yeah.
I'll look to the lady again and say I can.
Her name is Geneva, by the way.
Geneva.
Yeah, she's
You guys,
cousin of your mother. Cousin of your mother. Yeah.
So like my
yeah, I was
going to
say you're Magi or Magus. Is
Yeah,
the
I-
plan that you
Magus,
guys got.
Yeah, I'll look to Geneva and I'll say I could be a lot more rude if you'd like, Geneva.
Oh, Adriel, you have such a way with people. You're such a people person.
Please, I don't have the patience or the nerve for bickering at this moment. Geneva,
Yes.
you'll have to excuse Adriel. He has been brought up by the way of the blade, not by courtly etiquette. But yes, I'm through. I'm through eating my meal. Let us retire to a better place in which I might examine Walykos more properly.
I would be much obliged to you and grateful, Duncan, for the time.
Yes. So he gets himself up and puts his napkin down onto the banquet table and he walks over and taps Crispin Hallows on the shoulder and whispers in his ear, and Crispin Hallows, oh yes, of course, yes. And Crispin gets up and the four of you go.
I will just to kind of spite her a bit. I will just casually unetiquetely just take some of the food off, not off of her plate, but just off of the table, and then just take it with me, and just start eating it on the way down.
Very well. You grab yourself some victual and give her a crunch out of spite and go walking away.
Yep.
And the four of you go up one of the hoists. Some of the tower servants hoist you up, and you go to a higher chamber. It's a chamber that you've seen before. It's like a study, and there's a little a nook that has a bench at it, and there's a locked door, so it does have some valuables, maybe magical components and books of worth. And you go in here, and there is a cushioned duvet, and Duncan asks Walykos if you could take off the armor and your clothes.
Of course. Yeah, he'll take it off and set it to the side.
You don't need to go completely into the nude and keep your dignity, unless there's something I'm not aware of that I need to look at that is different in the nether regions. No, not
to my knowledge.
I think you should
thank the Raven for that.
You want to be thorough, right? I'm joking.
Adriel, is there something that you're trying to say? Because I think you should wait outside.
I'll take another bite of whatever I have.
Have these bumps bled?
No. There's been no pus, no bleeding, to my knowledge.
No secretions. Do they give you pain when touched? Are they tender?
Esper, you would know. I don't. Do they?
Not exactly that. They give you a great deal of discomfort, like a bad rash, like he described it. But
it's not a pain. Yeah, no, it's just a discomforting sensation when I press upon them, or try to itch at them. But it's not painful in the sense that, I've had quite a lot of pain in my life before, so my threshold is quite high.
Can only imagine. He gets out this healer's kit, and he produces this smooth grooved kind of depressor shaped thing, and just tell me if anything I do here causes any manner of excruciation. And he kind of prods on you a little bit, and it doesn't, none of it hurts, but it's you definitely have that just great discomfort feeling. And he's like, okay, there's enough torturing you. Oh my, I have an ointment that might help this. How long did you say this has been ongoing?
Well, I only was attacked about a day ago, maybe half a day to a day, I would say.
It's been ongoing for about 10 hours.
Yeah.
So
that's why I was saying about half a day. Mm-hmm. I couldn't tell time exactly by the sun underground, but no more than a day.
This was a rather fast reaction. This seems fairly advanced for such a quick amount of time. But the horror that you fought against is not a normal natural thing either.
It was an abomination.
An abomination. Oh my. Did you describe to him the strange stone?
I didn't go into detail about that because he didn't ask about it.
Yeah, I think
So-
Walykos only described the creature.
I just
not
described the creature.
Okay, so he asked you some additional details, like where did
I
you
will-
encounter the thing? What was its
I
environment?
will be truthful with him on those details. Wait, where did we encounter it? I'll be a little vague on that and just say it's somewhere in the ruins, of the crumble. I'm not going to give him directions to
Okay.
our location. But I'll say these were giant ruins under the city.
Is there some reason that you can't just heal this with your magic, grandfather?
Well, there's details. There's, maybe the
It
magic.
would be prudent to make a record of this.
Yeah. What if someone else comes down with the affliction? We need to know, what might work.
If you will give me some time, I have a couple volumes that I would like to consult.
Certainly,
And he goes
I
out
feel
of
like I could use the rest.
the kind of side chamber that you're in, out into the broader study, and him and Crispin are there looking through some books and doing a bit of research, consulting the tomes. So you're there for a good amount of time, almost an hour or so, and then he comes back.
Adriel, why don't you go?
I am unfortunately unable to locate any anecdotes about a similar creature or affliction. He looks at Adriel. I am more than willing to cast a restorative chant upon your ally, Adriel. I'm hoping this will work, and I have an ointment that I will give you as well that you can continue to apply.
Appreciate it. I'd hate to think that this was some sort of permanent condition that I could not simply, handle with a little bit of magical knowledge.
Crispin
That's why-
Hallows
so-
says, "You're being very trusting, and rightly so. But I should say that there could be some adverse reaction that we're not aware of. There's always a chance for that."
Well, you would know better than me, so I'm going to put my faith and my trust in you. And whatever happens,
I think
Well-
the chances of such an occurrence are slim.
yes. Well, we'll have to just try and find out, since there are no books that can tell us the knowledge that we seek. I'm sure you'll record it for the future generations, though.
Adriel is just sighing under his breath, like this is just do the magic, because he's not a wizard. He's just just get it over with. I don't need to hear the details.
Don't tell me what goes into the sausage. Just make me a sausage.
Exactly.
These abilities and practices take time, Adriel. Years and years to cultivate. Your friend Vapor is an anomaly, and, well, I will speak no ill words of him, for he is a dear and trusted ally, not only of House Mantevale, but of all of Barnacle by this point.
He's not an ally of House Mantevale.
Well, we'll agree to disagree on that point. But for every one Vapor, there are a dozen other souls that cause more destruction and harm than good. For
Of course.
having sorceress blood is as much a curse as it is a gift.
Well, magic is not a thing that comes easily to any of us. Even my own abilities, I acquaint them more to the divine, gifts that the Raven.
You have
Yeah,
been
bestowed
blessed by
upon me.
Utvara herself.
Yeah.
I do understand, grandfather. I just want my friend to be healed as soon as possible, rather than hearing all of the details of how it's done. I trust you.
Why don't Adriel? Why don't you go find your cousin, the knight who was here, and perhaps you could, practice or something. This might take some time. I know that you're concerned for me, but it does you no good to listen to the details that might be necessary, and you can put yourself to work and distract yourself.
Yeah, Adriel will take the hint that Walykos wants to kind of be alone here, and he'll leave. Yeah. He'll go find his cousin.
Go beat your night cousin's ass in the sword field.
Okay, so you go seek out Varric, Knight of the Storm Tower.
Yeah.
Duncan unstoppers a file. I'm going to apply this onto the rash.
Yep.
And he rubs it in, and as he's doing so, he's already beginning a chant, a clerical chant.
You think?
I know where these massages go, Esper. Like I've been on the internet. I mean,
you're not there. Get out of here.
Get out of here.
You're right. I'm not there. Walykos specifically wanted to be alone here. I mean,
I did.
I'm just saying.
Duncan, you could name a different heir than. Anyways,
I'm just trusting that there is a greater plan involving Adriel, and it will come to fruition in due time. I must concentrate though, Walykos.
Yeah.
And he
we'll
focuses.
Talk a different time.
He focuses on his chanting. Oh, by the celestial light of the white raven, please send upon your son here your blessing, cure him of this affliction and all of the maladies plaguing his body. And he, goes through many repetitions of the different prayers, and you get kind of anointed all over with the balm, and it does have a soothing effect. So the application is worse than the actual balm itself, and you're already feeling a little bit better. And he casts a spell.
Restoration?
Yeah, he casts a spell upon you, and I'm going to be rolling.
Sure. Yeah.
His wisdom check.
Mm-hmm.
You can do it, Duncan.
Oh my gosh, I think he got it exactly. He got it exactly right on the DC. Woo! Good one, Duncan. All right. So he finishes the incantation. There is a sensation that ripples throughout you, a tingling sensation. There's a glint as though, for just a moment, the grace of the White Raven fell upon you, Walykos, and relief goes through your body. And the nodules already are beginning to decrease, diminish.
Thank you, Duncan. I think that did it.
Thank the light of
Utsira's blessing.
You have been restored.
Yes. Duncan, it was right to come to you. I appreciate this, and if there's anything I can do to repay you, please let me know. I know that this is taxing, magics for you to have to partake, being the master of rituals.
I require no payment at this time, Walykos. I just ask that you help keep
Doesn't
Adriel
have to be.
Help keep Adriel from doing anything erringly horrific.
I understand, and
he seems to confide in you more than anyone else.
Yes, I think that his path is not what others would want it to be for him, but he must walk certain roads.
I am no one to judge.
I was going to say, if anyone would understand, I think you might.
Many have been my prayers of atonement, and I still feel I am not rid of that stain.
Can I ask you a question? A personal question. And I look towards Crispin.
It depends upon the question.
Crispin, would you mind giving me a moment with Duncan?
Oh, by all means, Sir Walykos.
Thank you. This will be just a moment, and I'll ask you to wait outside, and I'll ask my question. Okay. Once he's out of the room and out of earshot, I'll turn to Duncan and I'll say, what made you want to atone?
Well, if you want to know if I would have changed my ways had the White Raven not appeared, I in truth cannot say that I would have. I always had a hope and a desire within my heart. You might say within my heart of hearts. I did not.
No one thinks they're a bad person. I assume you didn't see that.
My conscience knew the wrongs in which I was partaking, and I would rather have not been taking part in those
Was it?
fell meetings. But, well, I was rather...
Why did you
I
then?
was rather addicted to that.
So it was sort of I'm in too deep and there's no going back. Is that the mindset?
It didn't
you had?
start off so extravagant. I have never
does.
called upon fiends of the abyss for nefarious purposes. I've never done atrocities, the likes of which we only read about in the darkest chapters of history. No, it was more a sin of lust, the pleasures of the flesh that were taken to
Extreme. Excess.
Yes. Thank you for the kind selection of words there. But no, it didn't start off quite like that. No.
Well, I guess why I ask and
It was
why
an insidious decline.
Yeah.
And
Why?
I will never forget the first of the fiends that I ever summoned to. True, at the time, the fleshly pleasure that she brought was beyond any other ecstasy I'd ever known. But something changed after that day. That was a distinct moment where some deeper form of corruption took root within me.
Something got its hooks into you. It sounds like.
I was hooked then and there. It is only by the grace of Utsira that I was ripped free, and it was a ripping free. It was rather painful.
Yes. I ask because I worry about my friend and, well, if you could atone after being hooked like you were to the darkness, the power.
The degradation
lust.
was immense, yes.
I feel that there's a chance for him, but I need to find what his White Raven is going to be. I need to find something that
I have
will
thought
do
about
that.
this, Walykos. Many
Yeah.
a night I have lain in bed thinking of this, and it still defies all reason. I cannot comprehend why the grace of the White Raven struck you and I so profoundly, but Adriel, not so.
It's a choice.
It is a choice, but at the same time, there is some undeniable power and plan at work. Who could make the choice? Who could say no? I cannot comprehend this.
I'm going to be looking to see if there is more to it, but if you think of anything, if you can put a word or words to that, why that moment you chose to turn away from the darkness, if you can give me an insight, please let me know. It might save your grandson from his own darkness. Though it be a different sort, not infernal.
Well, I will continue to think and pray over this until the day comes that he does come into the light. He had a much rougher upbringing than mine own. He's not a pure-blooded Mantevale after all. There was a great deal of shame and strife in his upbringing, and his mother, well, she has never been on the best of terms with myself or with the Duke. But is that sufficient? is that enough to bear the culpability of whatever shield Adriel has over his heart? It seems like it must be something more than that, but I know not what it is.
There's definitely more to it than just that, but I worry that if I do not find the answer, if I don't understand or have the words to bring him back, he may not choose, when the moment comes, a path that, is the correct one. I want to help him see that you don't need to give in to these darker urges to become a powerful man that can, lead this kingdom, hopefully, one day.
There are many varieties of power. And I share your fear that he chooses one that is corrupting.
I hope to be a paragon for him of the light, and we'll see if that's the case.
Continue to look after him, Walykos, and to pray to Utsira. I will do likewise in my own way, and perhaps by her grace, a path, a solution shall be illuminated.
Thank you for your time, Duncan. I won't take any more of it.
I am glad to be of aid in this task and in the greater purpose of keeping our peoples free from the harm that threatens us from, it seems, every angle these days. Well,
yes.
Perhaps we will speak again soon in a council with the Duke.
I hope so, and we have found a little interesting cache beneath the city, but I'm hoping to bring even more information perhaps soon. If we can find something of value, we'll call a council on it.
Very well. I look forward to hearing that. And until then, Walykos.
Until then, Duncan, have a good evening or day. Yeah.
Likewise.
I will leave, and you can. I know we only have about 10 minutes. That's why I wanted to cut my scene, and you can jump
That's true. Yeah, we're gonna have to be real punctual.
I know
with
on the
things
dot.
today.
So
yeah, let's cut
get someone
over
else's
to
scene.
let's cut over to Aygir and Vapor.
Do we not just want
And-
to start with that next time? I feel like that's going to be longer than what we have left.
Up to you guys.
We can do that. We can do that.
Yeah, I would say that would be better because I don't think we're gonna have enough time to get for everything.
Yeah.
Okay,
We'll
so
hold you
actually,
guys
I have just a quick thing that we can do to end on then.
Certainly.
It actually happens tonight, so we can be flexible with the way in which we present the different things that happened. So this is tonight at the Rook Tower as Walykos and Adriel are resting.
Oh no.
Adriel, get the tile. Take it to the panel below. The voice rouses you from your dreams. It is far off. It even is cutting in ways, the sound. But the urge that you feel is clear.
Yep.
You want to find that tile, and you want to go place it before the relief of Belvander.
And I know that it's with Walykos and he's in the same.
Yeah.
No,
I'm
we're
in the
not.
same place.
We're in separate rooms, right?
I think we slept in the
Or
same.
You're
do we-
both,
do we
you're both
say-
up in the
okay,
rookery.
Yeah,
Okay,
we're in the
so I
Rookery
would-
Tower.
I guess I'll wake up and I'll kind of rub my eyes, and then I'll look over to where Walykos is sleeping. And yeah, and I'll
Nobody
walk-
likes you.
I'll walk over to his bags, where I presume they're not on him, and I will very quietly remove the tile.
Well, you look for the tile.
I do look for the assuming
Esper, do you want to know if I hid the tile or not, or do you just want to? I'll give you full narrative control, Esper. But
I would like your input as to where
Like my input?
where you put the tile.
I feel like I'm not going to completely screw him over. I think that this would be more story interesting. I feel like it's under my like pillow, kind of like it's on me enough that he has to do something, around me carefully.
Okay.
Adriel,
Which
you
gives
look
him-
through Walykos's bag. He's sleeping nearby in his his cot that he has, and the bird cages are there, and there's like the big shuttered window that's shut, and you go through his bag and you find 2 of the tiles, but they're not the one that you're looking for.
I thought we left those there actually, because why would I take them back after we tried?
I'll,
Did you leave those 2 there? Okay,
Yeah.
so then in that case
So
you
no
just
tiles.
don't
I
find the
just
tile
find
that you're
anything,
looking
yeah.
for.
I'll
Okay.
kind of like curse to myself, not out loud, obviously, but like just like and I'm like
But you
trying
didn't
to.
see me get rid of it unless I gave
Yeah.
it to Duncan when you weren't there. There's like all these
Yeah, you
possibilities.
Yeah, I'm thinking myself, and like I think this is fair to think. Like my thoughts are, you either left it with Duncan, you left it there, which it's either there at the Storm Tower, or it's on your person.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't seem like you would hide
Makes
it
sense.
somewhere else in the house. So
Yeah.
I'll first kind of like go up to Walykos where he's sleeping and kind of just like look over him, seeing if I can tell if he's got anything. He's obviously not sleeping in his armor, I would presume. See if I can see anything. If
No.
like there's like not a bulge, but like an impression somewhere on him that looks like it.
Yeah.
So you're looking him over and you're wondering. Now you do feel this urge, but I'm going to leave it up to you to role play how much you act upon
much?
that.
Mm-hmm.
Are you Walykos doesn't want you to have this, and he's pretty serious about that. But are you willing to risk waking him up, betraying his wishes, betraying maybe even the party's wishes?
Yeah,
Is your
yeah.
urge,
I think
strong enough? Is your desire strong enough?
I think at this point it is, because I think Adriel thinks that he's thinking 2 things. One, he thinks that he's probably skilled enough to do this. Walykos is asleep also, which will help.
As long as you don't
And then
get caught.
As long as I don't get caught. And then the second thing is also, you said that the voice was kind of breaking up a little bit, and he doesn't want to lose that. He doesn't want to lose the connection. So like he would be willing to kind of go for this. Yeah.
Esper, tell like what sort of check? I guess.
Okay, so it sounds like you're willing to risk for this.
He doesn't
and-
want to hurt Walykos, of course. I should clarify that. But
There's
he
a
does-
risk reward here.
Yeah. Yeah.
and
of course.
you're willing to take the risk for the reward.
Okay,
I am. Yeah.
so I think really what we're going to bring this down to is a sleight of hand check. I don't think searching and perception is going to be an interesting thing to roll, because
No.
it's like, well, he's willing to spend the time to keep looking for it, and it's
Yeah,
not
he's
in
good.
any
He's
crazy
willing to
hidden
like
spot.
gently.
Yeah, I
lift
think
my
the
arm up.
the important
Yeah.
thing that it's going to come down to is a sleight of hand check to
If
Now
he
would I
wakes
have
me up.
advantage? Now would I have
steal it.
advantage since Walykos is asleep?
So about that.
You don't have advantage. Walykos, I would give disadvantage on perception for being unconscious.
Okay.
Okay.
So roll your contest.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm not even proficient in this. So
Who had the inspiration from last time? Just out of curiosity.
it was Aygir. He used it earlier.
used
He
it.
did
That's fair.
indeed.
All right. Well, here's my
Oh,
disadvantage.
I got a good roll. So
Well, maybe I'll also get a good roll. I did not get a good roll on one of my dice, so you're lucky.
I got a 17. So
I got a 15.
wow, very close though.
I mean, I rolled
Adriel.
a 4.
Yeah.
Walykos is highly perceptive,
Yep.
but you're also a very dexterous and skilled.
We're both very
thief.
good at the skills that we need to do. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. If I hadn't had disadvantage, there's
You would've-
almost
you
no
would've got
way
me.
that you would have taken it.
You definitely would have found it without the disadvantage.
Yeah.
Joe.
You
But
steal
that
the
being
tile
said-
from underneath Walykos's pillow.
As a player, I'm happy for you to give you this
I
challenge.
appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah. No, I appreciate the challenge. Like
Yeah.
I'm happy that it wasn't easy. Like I'm happy that there was a potential consequence. Like I think it's better.
Continue the scene. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll take it and kind of like look at it, and I feel like Adriel kind of, before leaving to go do this task, he kind of looks at Walykos, and he's kind of got like a sullen look on his eyes. Like he knows that he's betraying Walykos' trust. He knows that he's doing something that Walykos doesn't want him to do. But he does not return the tile. He does not wake Walykos, and he stealthily, sneakily walks out of the tower and makes his way towards the like puts his cloak on, makes his way towards the gauntlet.
Okay. We'll end it with that. Adriel slips off into the night and
say, there's
is
probably
bound
a
to
lot
go.
more to do.
Yeah, that we don't have time for that. But we'll end on that note with Adriel slipping off into the night, heading towards the crumble, towards the gauntlet with the tile of Balevon.
And as the
statue.
camera pans out, as he's doing, a white raven watches him go.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, everybody.
Black.
But it wouldn't just be a white raven. There'd be also someone else watching, because unless it gets lifted in the next episode.
We'll see.
All right, thank you
guys.
everyone for watching. Thank you guys for playing. Another great session, and really looking forward to the next one.
Yes, indeed.
All right, so
Thank
we'll
you
see
for
everyone
running,
in
Esper.
2 weeks.
Yeah, absolutely.
Indeed.
My
Yeah.
pleasure. All right, see you all then. Bye for now.
Take
Until
care.
next time.